man. Yeah, man. Looking forward to that. Breaking news. Who's in the building? What's going on? Breaking news. How we doing, sir?
What is good, boys? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm coming off a 7-3 week in the college and pro pick'em, but I'm gonna let you know now. I'm already claiming 8-2 because I'm gonna tell you later how I actually got screwed by the system. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into that, but you guys got to stick around.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm with it. Well, without
I
further
didn't even
ado,
check mine to see how I did this week.
um,
I
didn't check mine either.
Hey, you're not leaving it up to Sirius, are you?
No.
I'm gonna tell you that.
No.
I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you this. NFL, Larry, you went 4-1. College, Larry, you went 2-3.
That's not terrible, man.
Villain, college, you went 1-4. And NFL, villain, you went 4-1. So you kind of flip flop there. So we'll get into that in a minute, man. But we had a amazing fight that took place over the weekend. Bud and Canelo went at it, man. Our boxing aficionado recorded an amazing video live right now, sitting there on YouTube at a couple K views, man. Shout out to Larry for doing his thing on that one, man. Larry, talk to me, man. This fight kind of lived up to the billing, man. Where's your head at with it?
Oh man, look, hey, I stayed up late, so hey, excuse me, anybody on the video. I stayed up late that night. I said I was gonna put in a post-fight video, so excuse me if I was a little late. Dude, first thing I'm gonna say, man, hats off, dude, because it's not a lot of times when guys are willing to put their undefeated record at stake. And Crawford did that. He moved up 2 weight classes and put his undefeated record at stake. But it's rare that you do see guys that are willing to fight other champions, guys that are willing to take that risk. Canelo had a risk. He could have lost money. He could have lost, another L on his record, and he took the L. He took the L, but he was willing to take that risk, knowing that he was fighting a guy with as much experience as Crawford. Hey, Canelo stuck to his game plan. He's normally he goes for those body shots. He goes for his power shots. The good thing was that Bud, his defense was amazing as usual. I will say this: the one thing that I will take away from the fight that was a little bit of a letdown when I did see these scorecards.
Yes,
and it's like in my eyes, I grew up watching boxing, and the rule number one of boxing is hit and not get hit. Right?
Correct.
You have guys that are boxers. You have guys that are punchers. You got guys that are boxer punchers. You got guys that are puncher boxers, right? Canelo is normally known as a power puncher.
Significant strength.
What do you do to a power puncher? You take away his punching power. You box him. You don't get into a boxing match. You don't get into a boxing match with a boxer. You don't get into a punching match with a puncher. Most of the time, you'll end up losing. And when you see these fights that, like the Lara fight, I actually thought Lara won that fight. He outboxed Canelo, but guys like, oh, he didn't stand going toe-to-toe with him. You don't go toe-to-toe with him because he's a puncher.
Right.
The last fight against Scroll actually outlanded him. Scroll boxed him. He boxed him, but he did not fight him, which is what you do with somebody like Canelo, right? Floyd actually stood his ground, boxed him when he needed to, and actually stood his ground and fought him when he needed to, right? Bud did the exact same thing. He stood his ground, he fought him when he needed to fight him, but he didn't stay in the pocket too long and take too much, return fire. And it's like, if you judges are watching a Canelo fight and you're seeing him fight another champion just like Bud was, you have to grade that fight on an even playing field. Don't grade the fight and say, okay, well, this guy didn't stand in with him and trade shots with him when he's landing shots. He was blocking shots. And like I said, that was one of the things that I did not like, because he actually needed those last 2 rounds to win the fight when it was clearly evident. That fight was easily, I'm going to say at best, 116, 112. It was hard pressed to find 3 rounds for Canelo.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, watching that fight and breaking news, I thought that based on what you're talking here, I guess you saw it as well. I didn't think the score was as indicative or closer how it was called. I thought honestly Terrence Crawford won that thing going away.
After the sixth
Yeah,
round, he
yeah,
took
it was.
over.
He took over, right. And the thing is, like, I'll say this. Styles make fights. I say it a lot when it comes to football and basketball. Styles make fights, and the way Terrence Crawford attacked Canelo Alvarez, not that Canelo Alvarez is a scrub, but the way Terrence Crawford attacked him and was able to get in there and box with him and do some things with him, um, it confused him, if you will. And you could see the wheels turning. Like you've been seeing, I mean, again, I'm not as much of a boxing aficionado as you are, Larry. And I know CK, you guys go at it, but
Yeah.
I watched enough fights to understand and know that you can tell when a fighter's in there thinking and
Yep.
and reacting and not being offensive and not being the aggressor, if you will. And if you sit back and watch how that fight unfolded, Terrence Crawford, again, after the sixth round, it was just like, all right, boom, boom, boom.
Well,
All right, you
they
want to do
said,
this?
well, they score ring generalship, right? So that means you're
Yeah.
pressing the attack. But you can also press the attack and control the ring while also boxing a guy. You don't have to always be that come forward guy to control the ring.
Right.
Like
Well,
if
Floyd
you
never
looked at it,
was.
yeah, if you
Floyd
looked
never
at it,
was. Yeah.
Right.
yeah, he stood his ground when he needed to. And if you looked
Mhm.
at it, he was basically drawing Canelo in. If you looked at it,
Yeah.
he was going away from his power hand. He was blocking those body shots. He was more in control of the rounds. So even though he wasn't pressing, coming forward, like you would normally see a boxer do, he was controlling it. But they were looking at it like, oh, well, he's not, quote unquote, firefighting with him, so he's not getting the ring generalship. So some of those rounds, you can tell that's where they probably gave Canelo the round, even though he got outlanded. And in my eyes, that's not. You could be a pressure fight all day, and you're not landing nothing. You're not controlling the fight. So like I said, I like that at the final bringing of the bell, that the outcome did come out the way that it was supposed to. It's just what fight were you guys looking at?
Yeah.
Good question. Breaking news, man. I mean, you could pick up right there. Like, did you kind of see it the same way, or did you see it differently?
No, you know what, man? I think you and Larry both brought up some really good points, and I think one of the main points that I'd like to emphasize here is I think oftentimes we all know that if you're going to take on the champ, you've got to quote unquote beat the champ. But as Larry mentioned, when you have two championship fighters fighting, right, to try to unify the title, you can't give one a quote unquote leg up over the other. What the only difference that I would say over Larry is not necessarily that I had a different disparity in the score, but I thought a lot of those rounds were super, super close, especially in the beginning, right? There wasn't a ton of action, especially considering if you look at what the pace of both of those guys' fights normally are. Like you said, Sirius, I agree with you. I mean, there was a period where I want to say Canelo went like in round 3, like a minute without throwing a punch. Like there was a lot of thinking, a lot of head fakes, a lot of bobbing, a lot of movement, a lot of moving around. But I agree with Larry. I had after 10 rounds, I had Crawford 7-3. I didn't think it was even a possibility that moving into the championship rounds, it was close. And I was actually one of the people, believe it or not, I was actually one of the people going, hey man, he needs to Canelo does have knockout power. Like he needs to be backing up and like giving the dude a little bit more space, not having to bring it to him. Well, obviously I was clearly wrong, right? Because if he would have fought like that, right now we'd be having a very different conversation. But
Possible.
I don't know how anybody could watch the first 10 rounds and think that that was a tight fight. I mean, I'm just being honest.
Hey, breaking news. I'll say this, and some people fail to realize, like, Terrence Crawford was always a big, I'm gonna say a big small guy. He was a big welterweight. He was a big lightweight.
But Larry, man, moving up 2 weight classes, like I don't think people realize, like, he don't get the credit. Like, moving up 2 weight classes is like, it's like astronomical, right? Because
Mhm.
yes, he had a year to do it, but it's like you can't pack on bad weight and then go 12 rounds, right? So you're talking about packing on good weight in a, because he had to pack on what, 10, 12 pounds in a year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's a
No, not
lot of
even
weight.
not even a year. He went
Yeah,
up almost 20 pounds. Well, he did go up 20 pounds because he was at 147. Then he
right.
just
And then
has
he,
that
but
fight at
then he
154.
cut. What I'm saying is he had to gain probably 12 pounds of muscle
Yeah,
specifically for this fight. A man that had already reached the top, or the man that already reached the pinnacle. And let's just call it what it is. If he would have never chose to take in this fight, I don't think anybody, including myself, would have thought like any less of him, right? But
no.
here we are. The man does something that hasn't happened since 2007, when we had the four individual unifiable belts. He's now he's now the champion in 3 of those weight classes. And it's like, man, in a day and age where you see so many people that duck and dodge people, all I wanted to say is, you know what? Nothing about the analytics, nothing about the fight. And you know what? I just wanted to say 2 things. Number one, class act from Crawford to go, to be willing to fight the best of the best wherever, however, whenever. And I wanted to say also, you know what? Because a lot of people gave Canelo and his camp shit for not immediately coming out and saying something. Class act on his side, because you know what? That shows you he cared, right? Like he took a second to compose himself after the fight. The next day he comes out, he gives a very, very heartfelt message. I thought both the guys showed class act, right? Like that was about as good of a fight as you can have outside of one fighter's completely dominating and then the other fighter comes back and knocks him out. It was a very, very technical fight. And if you're somebody that's looking for knockouts, you're not going to love it. But if you're really into the technical aspect of, dipping, movement, all that kind of stuff, you love that fight.
Yeah, there was a master boxers, 2 master boxers, but Canelo's more of a puncher than a boxer. He boxes really good. But
The
I will
body
say
work
this:
definitely played dividends, is what I would say.
Crawford blocked a lot of those body shots, which definitely made a big difference.
I'm saying Crawford's side, because everybody
Oh, yeah.
thought that he was going to be more kind of quote unquote headhunting. But I think a lot of the body shots that he did hit early on, like if you look at like round 7 plus, I totally thought Canelo did not look like his normal self.
Which is why I said I thought he was doing a lot of thinking
plus.
there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you could totally tell that the body shots paid dividends, right? Like I think Crawford maybe sometimes doesn't get the accolades for the pop maybe in the glove, like some of the other guys do. But you could clearly see Canelo had maybe lost a step, we'll just say, going into the later half of the rounds over where he usually is.
But I'll say this.
Hold on one second, Larry. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Villain, Steve, what's going on, Steve? How we doing, Coach?
Oh, my bad.
What's up?
Yeah, Villain, talk to me.
I literally put myself on mute because, like, well, hey, I'll let y'all have it. So
yeah,
let me get these guys.
Steve, go ahead.
Steve, talk to me, man. Get in where you fit in, man, or Larry's gonna eat the whole plate up.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, dude, if that fight was at 147, because Canelo was at 147 at one point, I think he would have got knocked out. Yeah, honestly, Bud had his power at 147. He started losing a little bit at 154 because you're fighting bigger guys.
That's what I'm saying. When he moves up in weight class like that, that's where you start. That's where that power, like you see that little bit of drop off because those bigger guys can take that shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Coach, talk to me, man. I know you was up with me and Larry watching that thing on Saturday, man. Where's your head at with it?
I mean, you talked about it earlier, where it's just like you have a puncher in Canelo in a boxer in Bud Crawford, and a boxer is going to always beat a puncher because it's boxing and it's not fighting. That's why they have gloves on. If it's a fight, then Canelo win, but it's a boxing match. So like it's just. I think I got to a point to where about around the 7th, 8th round, and I think anybody who watched that fight knows like Bud was he was in Canelo's kitchen, for lack of a better phrase, because he had been feeling him the whole fight. He was like he got to the point where it's like he can't hurt me,
right?
Okay, he cannot hurt me. I've been taking these punches this whole fight. He cannot hurt me. But then you start to see Canelo was starting to feel some of those combinations. As
Yep,
Bud kind
that's
of
what I'm
opened it
saying.
up a little bit, you could see Canelo, and it got to a point to where, like in that 11th round, Canelo was just like, okay, all right, what are we doing here?
Mhm.
Do I have to go back out there for one more round? Yes, yes, Canelo, you have to go
Yes,
back out
you
there for the
did.
12th round. Yes, you do, because you can see him getting frustrated and just kind of like almost like, oh man, not my night tonight. As a great fighter would realize, he was just like, hey, not my fight. And again, yeah, if this was at a lower weight class, Bud probably would have knocked him out. And Bud had to. And what I like that Bud did, and again, this is when you have a guy who is at the top of his game, where it's like he did get a little kind of showboaty, a little kind of like playing to the crowd. Canelo hit him with one of them body shots. He's like, okay, all right, let's lock back in.
Like back in.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
lock back in. Because you can see, because he was kind of trying to play to the crowd a little bit, and like I said, Canelo caught him with one of them body blows, and he was like, "All right, okay, look,
Suck it back
not
in.
gonna do
It'll
that.
work.
Yeah,
Not gonna do
we ain't
that.
doing that
Not
no
gonna,
more.
yeah, not doing that anymore." But yeah, it was. Look, I tease Larry and everybody about like boxing, and but like it was a great night for boxing. It was a great night just in general. Like I actually went back and watched those undercard fights, which were fantastic.
Yeah, some of
Um,
those were good.
yeah.
The Bilby and Martinez fight, them boys fought
Oh, oh,
in a
oh,
The
man.
horrible.
Yeah.
entire time. The
Yes. Oh
entire
man. Like I
time.
said, I went back and watched that, and I was like, I was like, them boys went straight to the hospital after that fight.
Oh,
Um,
sheesh.
but but yeah, it was great. I will save my thoughts of like the he who rules all, and we all know who I'm talking about. I'll save my thoughts for him for a later date and time, so I won't even say his name. But like it was great. I look Andre Ward. I just want to say this. I can listen to Andre Ward talk about boxing all night, all night. Max Kellerman, not so
Mhm.
much. Um, but Andre Ward was fantastic. I think Anik, who is an MMA guy, he did a really good job play by play for boxing. A guy who normally play by play in a different, area of combat sports, so to speak. I think he did a really good job. Um, it was a great night. Two great fighters. It was just funny because like so much was talking about like legacy and like this on the line. I don't think Bud's legacy was on the line, but I do think it elevated his legacy. I feel
Mhm.
like if Bud would have went out there and lost, he still was one of the great fighters of this era. But now you look at him and he's one of the greatest of all time now with
Yep.
this
I
win.
mean, even in the law, Canelo Alvarez showed himself very, very well. So I don't even think
You know,
any law
I didn't
was
say he
fair.
didn't. I didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
didn't say
Yeah,
he
yeah.
didn't. You know,
I don't think Canelo was the one that had to secure the
exactly.
place.
Canelo's legacy is set in stone. Whereas like
Yeah.
it's wild that a guy like Bud Crawford, people were still questioning his legacy and where he is in the pantheon of boxers.
That's
And
dumb though. Like
it look, but look, I'm talking to boxing people. I'm talking like there was like, look, it was up in the air about what it's not. It wasn't like okay now Bud's a good fighter. It was like in the pantheon of where do you put him all time. That was still up in the air, and I feel like now Bud is the best of this era. You
Yeah.
can lock and say he is the best of this era. And he even said to himself, he was like, people want to say, oh, what about Floyd? He's like, look, Floyd was the best of his era. I'm the best of this era. No need to compare me and Floyd. And I think that is the right take in this whole thing.
Yeah.
Villain, talk to
Yeah,
me, man. Where's your
absolutely.
head at?
No, I totally agree with Coach. Like you always want to compare fighters from different eras. Like me and my brother were talking about, like this ain't like Hagler Hearns and Sugar Ray and all that. Like it's just different, man. You're not going to see middleweights going after each other like those guys did in the '80s. But um, a couple of things that I want to tap on. As a whole, to your guys' point, Steve's point, it was a big night for boxing. And I think Larry, you mentioned that in the video that we posted on our socials. Great job in that video. Everybody was watching it, but over 41 million views for Netflix. That's huge, right?
Yep.
I think they set an attendance record at the Reliant Allegiant Stadium. I mean, I apologize. With over 70,000 people in the arena. So it was a great night for boxing. On Netflix did a really good job presenting it. The only bad thing was that it was pretty late when those guys finally got in the ring. I literally fell asleep. I couldn't hang. It was a long day, but I watched it the next day, and it was tremendous fight. you saw Crawford just control the fight the whole time, right? And to your point, I think Larry, you mentioned it with shedding the body blows with his forearms. He shed, blows to the head with his hands, with his forearms, and body blows. He could, Canelo couldn't get a shot in, a really good one, and when he did, Crawford was able to slip and counter really quickly. So he was frustrated the whole fight, and I was going to pick up on it, and Steve beat me to it. I think it was the 11th round. It might have been the 12th round, but I think it was the 11th round where you visibly saw Canelo frustrated. Like he was like, like, you know what I mean? Like it was almost like he wanted to take a pause and step back because Crawford had frustrated him so much. And it was like, oh, damn it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's just boxing. It was a masterful boxing match. Like, and I was telling my brother, like, if Canelo really worked a jab, he might have had a better shot. But Crawford is so good. He saw his right hand coming and was just like, slipped it, and he couldn't do anything. And his reach, he was reaching inside with body blows. Like you don't really, you know what I mean? It was just a technical fight. Like it was masterful what he did, right? And what I saw again was, to your point, the crowd and the scorecards, they want busy fights, right? They want people to be busy. Crawford didn't have to. He frustrated and controlled the fight by not being busy. And it was so funny because you heard the corner saying, hey, I think it was like the 10th round. I think you're ahead, but you might have to do something, just because the way the referees might score it. But if you knew the fight, like Larry said, and Steve, I think you said too, if you knew the fight, you knew Crawford controlled the whole fight, but there's a chance that the referees could have scored it even. Yeah. So that's why the last couple of rounds he got a little busy and maybe got out of his comfort zone just a little bit. But it was just a really, if you're a fan of fighting, you hated it. If you're a fan of boxing, you loved it. And it was a great night. And yeah, hats off to Crawford. He's the best in our era, hands down. Like I hadn't seen a lot of them. Like, I'll admit, Larry, we talk about it. I don't watch as much boxing today as I used to, but I can still lock in and watch a good fight. I watched a good fight, and I appreciated every minute of it.
Well, dude, the thing was, like I'm gonna double tap on what Steve said, man. The thing was, when you looked at the two young up and coming fighters, because Errol Spence was, I think he got a silver medal, and they were putting so much promotion behind Errol Spence. And I kept telling dudes, look at Bud Crawford, look at what he's doing. He's winning these fights, he's knocking these guys out, he's collecting these belts, he's moving up in weight. And I kept hearing people like, oh, well, Earl's doing this, Earl's doing that. And it's like, after he literally beat the brakes off of Earl, he still didn't get the credit that he should have been getting when he beat the guy who everybody was hyping up. Regardless of whatever going on in Earl life, he demolished Earl. And it was like, now I need that Canelo to, like you say, cement my legacy. Two things I'm gonna close this out with. I'm gonna say, first of all, class act for both fighters, but a really class act from Crawford. He actually went and gave Canelo back his personalized belts.
Personally gave it back to him.
Personally gave it to him, but Canelo had the belts personalized. So basically, when you win them, you could just keep them if you want to. They'll give him replacement belts. But because he personalized the belts, Crawford gave them back to him and was like, "Hey, I'll get the replacement belts." And then
he said, "I'm going to get my own belts. I'll get it personalized with these are yours." Yeah, and I respect that. That was great.
So he gave him his belts back. And Canelo, dude, I know Canelo has a legacy, but he got business to handle. You took the Crawford fight, but for the past 3 years, they've been calling for this Benavidez fight. You have to fight Benavidez. Benavidez is in your weight class. You have to fight Benavidez. And if he don't fight David Benavidez, then he has to take the win of Bivol and Benavidez 3. He has to. You cannot close out your legacy knowing that there were two fighters out there that you should have fought.
Why hasn't he taken it already?
He don't want to fight Benavidez.
He don't want to fight David Benavidez. No, he don't. He's literally gave up belts to not fight that guy. To not fight him. and I think he don't. He
but
doesn't want to
why?
fight him.
Why?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean,
Well-
okay? So what's in here talking about the legacy of both fighters, both Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez? We said that Bud Crawford's legacy will forever be solidified based off of how he performed in this his previous fight. Now, Canelo Alvarez, to your point, Larry, you said his legacy was good and this, that, and the third. So why is he ducking this individual?
So because Canelo has won multiple championships, he's beaten some really good guys. If he don't fight one of the two, he's gonna have that asterisk on his resume. It's like, he has the whole body of work, but you never. Well, he didn't fight Bitav, and he lost to Bibov, but he didn't take the rematch with Bibov. And Bibov and Bitav, they basically at a draw right now. It's 1-1. So they're gonna go into the third match. If you don't fight the winner of that third match, or you don't take on David Benavidez, it's kind of like, yeah, you won the championships, but you didn't fight the guy in your own division who had the belts that you gave up belts to not fight.
So it's his is his legacy legitimately solidified now, or is it hinging on?
Are we talking about Canelo, or are we talking about
Canelo? And I'll jump in here and I'll say this. I'll answer the question here, because what David can do is he can fight a similar fight to Bud Crawford, but knock him out. And that's where Canelo has some pause for cause, because he can go out there and he can go out there and have a similar game plan to Bud Crawford, but in the seventh, eighth round, when Ren is due on those body shots, he can knock him out instead of just pointing them out. So that's the thing why I think Canelo has some pause to fight him in.
So you're scared of him, essentially.
Well, the thing was,
I wouldn't say scared. I mean, I don't think these boxers are scared. It's just like, again, it's like, I feel like there's honor in losing to a Bud Crawford.
Yeah.
It's not as much honor going out to losing David Benavidez. That's just what it is. I think
it's like
that's just.
It's
Listen,
like
I'm not the boxing aficionado that you guys are, but I think that Canelo has made his mark in the sport. I think he's fought a ton of tough dudes over the years. Like let's not forget the dude's 35, which, like, for boxing is like he's almost ready to retire. Like
same with Bud.
But what I'm saying is at the difference is that you're saying that Bud hadn't really fought a lot of. I'm saying you could look through a laundry list of Canelo, and he's fought a who's who of guys over the course of the last 10, 12 years. Like, he has fought every top, ranked fighter ever in his weight class. Like, I mean, he hasn't ducked and dodged a lot of these guys.
Well, some of them fights on the zone. They was fighting dudes at Gold's Gym to fight in some of them zone fights. Yeah, so
like, I'll put it like this, right? Everybody thought that he was fighting the Charlo twin. He fought the smaller Charlo twin, not the bigger one that was in his own division with a belt. It's like those little things. Like, when it comes to Canelo, it's like you literally gave up belts to not fight David Benavidez, and he was your mandatory, and you still did not want to fight a guy in your own division who you may perceived as a threat, right? And it kind of like Canelo, you have to get rid of that asterisk to me, because I always mess his name up. Steve, you always correct me on it. The Sheik.
Turkey.
Yeah. Canelo said he wanted $150 million to fight David Benavidez. He said, here's your 150. He said, no. Now I want 200. He said, here's your 200. He said, no, I want 250. He said, here's your 250. Fight this guy, because he knows he's gonna make that 250 back. And Canelo turned down the 250 to fight Crawford, because he is no amount of money that I don't think they can get him in the ring, and you leaving those questions out there. And then you lost to Bibov. You lost your belt to Bibov. You had the rematch clause, but then you chose to fight I forgot the up and coming guy. I forgot he knocked him out. You chose to fight him instead of taking the immediate rematch with Bibov. It's those type of things. It's kind of like yeah, Canelo, you beat some really good guys, but then there's a bunch of other guys that you should have fought. Like it's like if Bud never fought Spence, and it's like, but Spence was your contemporary. Spence was in your division. You should have fought Spence. If he never fought Spence, you'd be like, well, how are you gonna retire without fighting this guy? And then it's like, Canelo, you've been ducking this guy for like 3 years. Fight the guy. You know, it's kind of like even right now, people talking about Gervonta Davis. Dude, you go and fight a novelty guy versus taking the rematch that you should be taking. Like, you gotta kind of, in boxing, it's kind of like you have to close it out. It's kind of like if you never would have saw, like you say, Barry, in your day, if you never would have saw Sugar Ray and Hearns, or you never would have saw Sugar Ray and Leonard. Sugar Ray and Hitman. Hagler. You would have never saw that fight because that was the fight that they had been hyping up for years with Sugar Ray versus Marvin Hagler. If you had never saw that fight, it's like, yeah, Sugar Ray, you was good, but
Tyson Holyfield won, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but like to Larry's point, like you had Hagler Hearns, you had Hagler Leonard, you had all those guys fight each other, and they didn't give a damn if they came out with the end of their careers with 5-6 losses. They got in the ring and fought them. These guys now, dude, if I have more than one loss, I can't be the greatest.
I don't know about you, but if you Canelo,
it's that Mayweather culture.
If you Canelo, you already got losses on your resume, and I think he really wanted to go down with just that one loss to Floyd, even though he ended up losing to Bivol, and now he has a third loss. Dude, take your $250 million and go ride off. Dude.
So I'm gonna close it with this. So what's next for Bud Crawford? What does he do next? And what's next for Canelo Alvarez?
He can ride off into the sunset.
Right off in the sunset if he wanted to.
Yeah,
Crawford can ride off. Yeah. He can ride off in the sunset. Because the guys that are in that division, I think they're too big for him. Like I said, if he fights like the Morels and the David's not coming back down. He's staying at 175. Bivol is staying at 175. Those guys are too big for him right now. There's if he go back down to 154, there's no big names out there for him to fight. If he goes to 160, there's no big names for him to fight. Anybody he would fight, even at 168, there's not a lot of guys. When I'm saying big guys, I mean for a draw. There's not a lot of guys out there that he can fight. He can really, with Crawford, he can take that easy. He know he's gonna beat the guy. Do it in Omaha, and that'll be his last fight. He ride off into the sunset. But Canelo, he got that one last finish some business fight out there.
Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing. I think Bud. I think he fights one more. I think he fights in Omaha, like at the baseball stadium there, or maybe even do a real big fight at in Lincoln at the football stadium. Something. I think he want one last fight in Nebraska in front of his people, and then he'll because he was at the Raiders game, and he and what did he have on? He had that ring championship belt, which Larry, you and I, that's the one. That's the one that all the boxers want. That ring belt, he got that, and he can be fine with it, with everything else.
So let me ask you this question, and then we can move on to Canelo Alvarez. Who does Bud fight like? Like who is it? Like you say, he do this one last fight in his hometown. Who is it going to be?
Fight anybody. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he can fight anybody, but I think if you're going to fight somebody, honestly, like it should be a title holder. Like Adames, Lara, like you already got 3 titles at 3 different divisions. Like what would be the point of fighting somebody that was just a challenger to your belt at that point?
It's a victory lap. I mean, it's a victory lap. I mean, it's like again, legacy cemented. You know what I'm saying?
The problem is it's a victory lap, but it's like riding a bicycle though, like around the track. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, like I get what you're saying, but it's like, you just kind of, this was a big deal. There was a lot of people out there, obviously not Larry, not the guys here on the panel, but there was a lot of guys out there that really thought Canelo Alvarez was going to win this fight.
And he didn't. I mean, he didn't.
Weight and it's Canelo. It's the weight in the Canelo. But the only real guy that Bud could fight would be an utter mistake for him. The only real guy that he could fight that would be a draw that has a belt will be Boots Ennis. But Boots Ennis is just making his first fight at 154. So that means they would probably do maybe a catch weight somewhere up in there. And losing that much muscle mass and going back down, we've seen it with Roy Jones. That would be a career nightmare.
That's tough.
Yeah, that would be a death sentence for his career.
I think sometimes boxers in an attempt to, to prove something, they try to do maybe a little too much. Like I think kind of like what Larry said, man. I feel like he's done all he needed to do at this point. I don't think there's anything left for him to prove.
Well, the only reason why I would say that he probably need that one more fight, because I didn't like it, but they're reporting that he's only making like anywhere between 10 to 50 million for this fight, and Canelo's getting 100.
Oh wow!
Go ahead and take care of him. Let him get that one last fight in. Pay him this 100 and something million, because everybody's going to see him now, especially being on the big stage. Go ahead and get his one last huge paycheck, and he do what he's gonna do and ride off.
Make sure you do it on Netflix as well, so we can all watch it.
Yeah, he gonna make his money.
It's gonna be on Netflix. It's like, it'll be part of Rehab season. It'll be great. Yeah, it'll be all that.
They're gonna stack the card.
So Canelo Alvarez, does he take this fight with David Benavidez, or does he do something else and piss off the boxing community?
I think he takes it.
He has to.
He almost has to, right, Larry? Yeah.
He has to.
But he's ducked him. But he's ducked him though. Like, so what's stopping him from ducking him again?
It's literally been like 3, almost 4 years that he's been ducking this guy, and everybody was like, "Why do you not fight?" Put like this: the only reason why I'm gonna say Bud has his belts is because David Benavidez he failed the drug test and he lost his belts. He lost his belts. Canelo won them, but because they quote unquote put him as the champion in recess, it means basically once I come off suspension, I get first crack at the title. Canelo won the titles. Canelo said no thanks, and they allowed him to keep the belts without facing his mandatory. David Benavidez, he went and he got a secondary belt, but technically the belts that Crawford got are his belts. He never lost them. It never lost them in the ring. It's kind of like if a guy loses his belt on the scale. He never lost them in the ring. So now it's like, Canelo, you had those belts. You never beat, like, quote unquote, like Bergen said, News said, you didn't beat the man. You didn't become the man by beating the man. And now you've been ducking the man who is the man. But he's too big for Crawford. He's already fighting at 175. He's too.
I'm not trying to say I don't think he needs to fight Crawford, but again, based off of what I'm hearing, again, Larry, I defer to you. Canelo's scared of this man. So how can your legacy be cemented if you're ducking a brother you scared of?
I think that he knows that that's a real chance of him actually like really getting knocked out, like really getting hurt really bad, like really, really bad. And he doesn't want to take that chance. Like even when he went up to 175, so at 175, Betev was the guy at 175. Dude had like 22 wins and 21 by knockout. Canelo said no thanks. I don't want no part of that. He fought Bibov, who was a champion too, but Bibov only had like, I want to say at the time, like 10 knockouts. He's more of a boxer. He doesn't have that punching power. So to fight a guy like David Betev, that's like more of a that's a threat to him. And I think that he doesn't mind going out with L's on his record, but he doesn't want to go out with a knockout loss on his record.
I mean, I can respect it. It's just like, again, I'm cut different. Like, you trying to cement your legacy, you trying to say you're the, one of the best of this era. You can't be ducking smoke.
No.
You want the smoke, go get the smoke. Like, the three of us here do WWE stuff. We want the smoke. Go get the smoke.
Larry, what do you think of Shiraz?
Who?
Shiraz. Yeah. Because I'm looking right here at potential fights. I see a lot of people asking for last name spelled Sheeraz. I'm just trying to get your input.
Oh, dude, no, man, Bud takes that dude out.
Okay, that's why I'm asking, because like Sirius said, like I don't watch fights as much as I once did, but if he's ducking him, I'm trying to figure out like who that potential last fight might be against.
For Canelo, or are you talking about for Bud?
Yeah, no, for Canelo.
For Canelo, Canelo only has really, in my eyes, he only has two options. He either fight David Benavidez, or because he lost to Bobov, he has to fight the winner of their third fight. Whoever it
Okay.
is, he has to fight whoever's the winner of their third fight. Because
Okay.
right now they so this is what ended up happening. Let me inform y'all. So because Canelo didn't exercise his immediate rematch, which is what he said he was going to do when he lost to Bibov. Bibov moved on and fought Benavidez. He lost the first fight to Benavidez. He won the second fight. So now they're going into the trilogy, the third fight, to see who's going to win. The three fights out of them two. So whoever wins that fight, I think he needs to fight the winner of the third fight, or he needs to take on David Benavidez, and that should be his. Look, if he fights like this, if he fights any one of those guys, he's gonna come out with a $200 million payday. If like I said, he's gonna. Canelo fans love Canelo. He's gonna pack out whatever stadium he's at. He can call Jerry because he packed out Jerry a couple of times, and fight fans would love to see him fight one of those two guys, and he can take that final check, and he can ride off and call it a career. But if he doesn't, then it's kind of like it's kind of like the guys that was fighting John Jones. It was like they had to fight John Jones and either win or lose or draw. They had to fight him and they couldn't go in their career. Like Cormier. Cormier had to fight that John Jones, and he couldn't say, "Oh, I'm going out on my career without fighting John Jones." It's like for you WWE fans, it's like if The Rock and I don't know, John Cena never fought.
Mm-hmm.
They got to fight each other at some point.
Yeah.
Got to.
Well, I tell you what, man, we've been talking boxing for the past 40 minutes, man. I love the conversation. I love the fact that we had such an incredible fight in order for us to talk about that. So shout out to everybody who put that fight on, and Netflix did its thing with it. But pivoting, to stuff on the field of play, the baseball season is coming to an end. We got some teams that are officially eliminated. We got a wide open division unless you are in the NL East, where the Phillies have locked that up. The NL Central, I believe that's all but locked up. But the NL West is wide open for business. The AL West is wide open for business. The AL East is wide open for business, and the AL Central is, I don't want to say all but shut down, but technically it's still wide open for business, man. Let's go around the room for a minute. Talk about the lay of the land around the diamond. Coach, talk to me, man. Where's your head at, man?
So I was not prepared to talk baseball tonight due to the fact that I have totally checked out on baseball. I don't even like baseball. I don't know what we talking about baseball. It's like this is a show. I thought we came here like I was having a good time, and then you want to talk about baseball. We talk about boxing. I mean, there's football. Talk about WNBA playoffs. There's so much stuff to talk about, but then you decide you want to talk about baseball. Since you bring up baseball, fine. Okay, I've
Choosing
told
violence.
Larry this. I've told Larry this. I've told anybody who listens to me. It's like, please, Texas Rangers, Mariners, put this Astros team out of its misery. Please, y'all keep losing. The Astros are going to lose. Y'all win some games, damn it. Put this Astros team out of their misery. I'm tired of watching them. I'm tired of caring about them. I want to go on about my day. It's like the Texans stink. Like the Rockets don't play for another month. It's like I'm in a sports wasteland here. Arch Manning stinks. Like it's like I'm in a sport, but you want to talk about baseball? Fine.
Playoffs?
It's just like look, Alvarez is hurt. Like the kid, like is getting people excited, stuff like that. It's just we talked about this months ago. It's like the Astros are here, and they're here. They're just hanging around, and it's like the Mariners and the Rangers, and most of the Mariners. The Mariners have allowed this Astros team to just hang around and just be there, and you don't do that. Don't let them just be around and hang out because it's like if they can figure it out, if they can find some kind of way to play baseball in this last 2 weeks, then you let them in. You
They're gonna be in the
don't
playoffs.
don't don't let them in the playoffs. Do not let this team in the playoffs. Please, I'm begging you. I got other stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got I got other stuff to do, dog. Like I'm just this has just been an up and down year. Injuries and like everybody has injuries, but the Astros have just been decimated with injuries. It's just like pitchers and infielders. Like Jordan Alvarez, just he never was right this year at all, and it's crazy. You make the trade to bring Correa back. It's been okay. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know. Like I want to talk more so about what's going on in the AL Central. Once again, it's like the team that I'll be rooting for in the playoffs, the Detroit Tigers. But seriously, like um um no this is the time of year, guys, where it's like, look, and in all serious, this is the time of year where it's like it's put up and shut up for these teams. It's just like this is where you start to see the rotations get tighter. This is where you have to set the table for the postseason. This is where like this is such a good part of the baseball season. Of course, like with any sport toward the end here, but it just seems like, man, seriously, outside of a couple of things that have been locked up, this is going to be a wild like last what like most teams got like 3 or 4 series left. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's like this is going to be a wild 2 weeks, and man, like I can't wait to be honest with you because it's just like you have a team. You have teams that are out of the playoffs where they have a good 2 weeks are in the playoffs. You have teams that are leading divisions where they have a bad 2 weeks could be watching with us on the couch. It's just this is going to be something. It's like I would say this: if you are watching this and you're just kind of a baseball fan, maybe you just watch when you get to the playoffs. Start watching now because this last 2 weeks of the season is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to sit back and watch how this whole thing shakes out. Which is why I wanted to talk about it briefly. Because I mean, again, with not withstanding the Angels, or I think you said it
Whoa.
again, the Angels are gonna play baseball games. I
Don't
Yeah,
get
the
think
Angels
myself.
have they what did I say? They have to play 162 games. They are contractually obligated. They have to play
they have to play
162
160.
baseball games.
So I mean, you got the Nationals and the Rockies, and these teams that have been eliminated since July. But um, there's a lot of. I mean, this is wide open
Hmm.
out here. I mean, mathematically speaking, the Baltimore Orioles are still mathematically alive. Don't ask me how. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like, the athletics of nowhere are mathematically still alive. So anything can technically happen, especially in that division. But I'm saying it now: the Houston Astros are going to back themselves into the playoffs. I just I know how this story works. I know how this works.
Worst case, worst will be a wild card. Worst case,
I
worst.
mean, again, you're only half the game out of the division league right now. What are you talking about here?
Yeah, a lead that was once like 7 games
Well, I know, but
not
again,
that long ago.
to Steve's point, you know what I'm saying, Seattle and Texas don't want to slam the door shut on y'all. So here
They're
we
just
go. You guys are half game out.
they've never had nice things. They've never had anybody hand them stuff. That's the problem.
Oh
It's like,
God!
here
yeah.
you
Kidding
go,
me?
here you go.
Got
Take
handed
this.
a
The
got
Astros are
handed a
like here,
championship. What are you
here,
talking about?
here.
Do I
Yeah,
need to go
here's
pound a
a
trash can in the back of my room?
Oh, here
boy.
we
That
go.
boy. That's
No.
so played out. You say that
Yeah.
you say that, and you want a response
Hold
from
on.
it,
You
and
ready?
it's like
Hold on.
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
you get no traction from that. Look at that. You got to try that
Look,
somewhere else. Breaking news. It's like you get no traction with that. It's like
Hey,
nobody
listen. You know
gives.
what? As an Angels fan, I
No,
reserve the right for the next 20 years to do that.
you know what? I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this. Like I had to tell a Royals fan. The Astros cheating didn't affect you one iota. I will take shit from a Yankees fan like Sirius and Barry. Okay, because
yeah.
what the Astros did directly affected the Yankees. I will take shit from a
It-
Dodgers fan because what the Astros did directly
Steve, I
affected
don't
the Dodgers. The Astros cheating didn't affect your bottom line whatsoever, buddy.
Mm.
Okay, so
dude,
so
Steve, this is
I'm
the
just
way I
putting it
need
out there
to
like
take
that.
it. Dude, this is the way
Hey,
I need to take it.
listen.
I don't
I'm
even take it
gonna
from the
say.
Yankees fans because at the end of the day, they were in that report too. They
Hey,
all
listen,
do
I'm
it.
going to jump in
No,
here because
I
there's way too
I
much
give Yankees
Astro
fans.
talk.
I
There's
give
way too much
Yankees fans and
Astros
Astros
talk.
fans. I give
I'm jumping
Yankees fans
in.
and Astros fans reserve the right to talk all this shit. Like Angels, like you can't say anything. Nothing the
I
Astros
thought
did
you.
affected you at all.
Yeah.
I
All
thought
right,
you were
so
a
listen,
Dodgers
this is what I'm
fan.
going to say because there's way too much Astro talk. How about Chicago Cubs, man? It's been a hot minute since we've seen them in the playoffs. They're playing pretty good ball. Kudos to them. And you know what? You were just talking about the Detroit Tigers. As you know, I don't watch it every day, but I will tell you, I do glance over, and they better start playing some baseball, or they're going to get caught by the Cleveland Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
You
Very
don't
much
have to,
so.
you don't have to put it in quotation marks. That's the name of the team.
Well,
Yeah, dude.
I'm
Hey,
putting it in quotes because it ain't the team I remember.
man,
No, okay.
I honestly think the Dodgers just sitting
Just
back waiting
like
for
the
everybody to sort
Commanders.
this crap out. They got too much talent on that
You
team.
know what, Brian? Once upon a time, people that look like me were called. No, never mind.
Come
I'm
on
done with
now.
you. I'm done with you.
Look,
I'm
You're
done
you're
with
hey,
you.
called a man
hey,
because
Mhm.
that's what
look,
I would call
hey,
you. So
Yeah,
There
there
we
we
yeah.
go.
Okay,
go.
so you talking about what
see,
things used to be called. Like, all right, let's get into that. Yeah.
see, I'll say this, dude. The thing, because we gonna bring it back to the Astros, dude. This is the most frustrating
Do
thing
we
about
have to?
watching,
Oh
right?
God.
Nah, but
Can
I'm
we
saying
talk
it for
about
a
the
reason.
No,
Yankees? Like
here we
literally
go.
any
No,
other team.
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying it for a
save the
reason.
show. I'm gonna save
Thank
the
you.
show. We're
Well,
gonna move on
I'm
from the
saying it for a
Astros
reason,
because
right?
ratings are gonna go down. It plummets.
No,
Nobody
no, my
cares
ratings
about
ain't
the
going down,
Astros.
bro.
So let's bring
Dude,
the ratings back up and
I'm
talk
saying
about the
this for a
Yankees
reason,
that are gonna
Barry.
save
I'm,
October.
I'm saying this for a reason, bro. I'm bringing this in, right? Because it applies to both of our teams, right? Have you ever seen these teams, like Barry Switzer? You have all this talent, but you don't know how to coach. Like the Yankees have a bunch of talent. Dude, I've literally been telling
No,
people all
pause.
season, like, dude, how do you have
Yan-
guys coming up from AAA throwing damn near no hitters? I think those two teams, bro, they literally have so much talent, but guys who don't know how to manage baseball.
Yeah, but the Yankees have talent, but they're a stupid baseball team. They
Well,
are.
that's
That
because
brings
Mhm.
up
Aaron Boone.
management. That
I
brings
can
up
get behind that.
management.
That's because
Barry, I
Aaron
can get
Boone
behind
can't
that.
manage.
I can get
Yeah,
behind
Yankees
that.
are. Yeah,
it's
Yankees are a
like,
stupid baseball team, but it could be worse. I could be a Mets fan. Rest in peace to my dad. I feel bad for him
Oh
right now.
man.
Like
Oh
they
boy.
just
Good grief.
they
I'm
invent
feeling
new
like Daryl
ways.
Strawberry right now, man.
Yeah, like they invent ways to screw up. It's ridiculous. Like
hey, bro,
getting
Pete
swept by the
Alonso just
Phillies.
hit one to like Brooklyn or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Like, but it's how they lose, right? It's how they
Mhm.
lose
It's
that makes
how.
it
It's how
hurt.
they lose. Yeah.
Yeah, the hurt
Speaking of
just
how they
hurts
lose, we
more.
gotta talk about them Giants.
We'll
Yeah,
talk
I
about
mean,
them
no,
later.
no. I mean, can we get
Yeah.
Hughes off the show because he's trying to annoy me? He's doing it on purpose. He's trying.
Barry, it's
I'm
what I
trying to
live
be.
for, man.
I'm trying to be a good boy, Hughes, and you're just trying to make me angry. Now, listen. The Mariners are hot right now. The Guardians are hot too. Like to your point, I think the Tigers and the Astros better be wary of those teams chasing behind them. I agree with I think either Coach or Larry said it. I think the Dodgers are just lying in wait and waiting to get to the playoffs. But I don't know if they can hold on and be that cautious with way that the Cubs, the Phillies are starting to heat up a little bit, and the Brewers. I think people. I was saying that they were going to fade. They haven't faded, so
No, they
giving
have.
them
They, they,
credit.
they really
No,
haven't.
no,
Well, the
no, they
Dodgers
haven't.
You
play
know,
too much October baseball. They need to kind of quote unquote rest a little bit.
But I like what I see from them. The Red Sox are starting to fade a little bit. We'll see if they can hang on and get into the playoffs. But it's going to be interesting. The Yankees will get there. I don't think they'll make any noise. I really feel like it's going to be the Tigers, and I feel like the Blue Jays they're going to get it at least to the championship. I think Blue
I
Jays and
don't think
Tigers.
so. That's the thing. Like I'm again, no disrespect to the Toronto Blue Jays. Like postseason baseball is a whole different animal. It's a whole different animal, and you got teams
Sure.
like you got teams like the Yankees that are in the mix. The Red Sox are still going to be in the mix. The Tigers, in the mix. Whomever comes out of the AL West, whether it be Seattle, Houston, or Texas.
Anyone who has a stud 1 through 3 pitcher.
Exactly. And Lewis Gill is
Mhm.
back and throwing heat.
Seriously,
We'll
you know what I'm
see.
sort of notice about you, dude? You don't give nobody outside of your division no kind of credit. If you notice, he does that even when it's coming like Steelers. He be like, I don't care about the Ravens. I don't care about Cleveland, the Browns. He discredited the Blue Jays just that quick because he's like, oh, they the Blue
Well,
Jays.
no. I mean, because look, because the Blue Jays have a track record, Larry. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like
He
it's
did
the
the
proof.
same thing last year with the Orioles. He was like, oh, it's the Orioles, man. I'm not
And the
worried.
Orioles did what I
And what happened? And what happened, Larry?
You never know. With baseball, you just never know. Never
Here's
know.
what I know. When the lights shine the brightest in postseason baseball, these teams like the Blue Jays and the Orioles and the Guardians and the Mariners tend to not play well in those moments. And you got a Yankees lineup, you got a Boston Red Sox lineup that is rich with history and knows how to win in these big games. Hell, I don't understand why.
I'm not putting my money on the Yankees serious because they don't have a bullpen. Their bullpen is atrocious.
I'm not expecting the Yankees to go to the series, but I am expecting them to move throughout the playoffs. I'm not counting on the Toronto Blue Jays.
Is Judge going to hit this year?
We'll see. I mean, it's almost October. Juan Carlos is going to be
Hughes.
Yeah.
Your mouth. Has anybody in the Angels hit in the postseason? No,
no, because we don't get there.
Hey, exactly, they never get.
Hey, you know what? The only thing worse than not getting there is getting there and embarrassing yourself.
But my point is that before.
Coach. Ratings for NXT just went through the roof. We just saw The Devil's Kiss by Mommy and La Primera.
That's
yeah.
I'm trying to stay focused on like the show, but like y'all got one eye on it.
The worst part about the Angels is not making the playoffs and seeing what's called that.
I got low devices.
Yeah, what I tell you, I've told y'all this since we started this show. It's like Mike Trout loved three things. I'm sure he loves baseball. I'm sure he loves his family. He loves Eagles football. And if you think he's gonna miss any more Eagles football than he has to, then I got some ocean property in Arizona to say he's not gonna miss more than he has to. So yeah.
And getting paid for nothing.
So that's it on baseball. We'll press on, man. We had a interesting time with the picks this week. The confidence points. I'll go over the college real quick. I got 2 out of 5 correct.
How many did you get?
I got 2 out of 5.
2 out of 5. Okay.
2 out of 5 correct. Villain got 1 out of 4. Tough day.
How did I get 1 out of 4? Did I not LSU pick it?
You got LSU.
Put the board up. Put the board up, Aaron.
Sirius picked a 6th game, so he got 2 out of 5. He got 2, 5. You got 1, 4.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, y'all funny.
You got an extra game to get that W.
Y'all funny today. I see what time.
I mean,
I see what time you're gonna be on.
Yeah, I mean, I
see
don't
what time
do
you're
math,
gonna be on.
I can't see that. I'm old.
Okay, hold on a second.
Hey, who's that person with all that grain?
Let me help you senior citizens out real quick.
It's not big enough. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, so here we go. Y'all wrong. I got 2 out of 3. Villain, you got 1 out of 4.
Good job, guys.
Coach had a
1 out of 5.
Now I gotta double check your work because last week you was like, "Oh, well, USF didn't win by 17 points in it." Like so.
I mean, I shared this with you guys, did I not?
Wait. Oregon didn't cover? Wait a minute.
No, Oregon screwed me, man.
No, Oregon did not cover.
Listen, that's one of the things I want to talk about.
They won by 20.
Freaking Oregon.
Wow.
Yeah, but they were up by 34.
Yeah,
they were let off the gas and put in like their 4th stringers.
Right. Breaking news had a halfway decent day. Larry, you had a halfway decent day. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like for the college. I'll flip it up to the NFL once we get there. Looking at how week 3 unfolded, gentlemen. Anything that you want to hit? What stood out to you? I know Coach is upset and on the bench. Arch Manning train. I'm not trying to piss him off today, but
y'all know what I've been saying about Archie Manning the last 2 weeks.
I have no idea. What have you been saying about Archie Manning?
Come on, what have I been saying?
You say
he looks lost.
He does look lost. He does look lost. He looks lost. Looks lost on sauce.
He's a lost
Coach,
soul. If
Coach,
I
talk
was
to me.
them, I would bench Manning and I would direct snap Wildcat offense, and I bet you they'd score more points.
That's CCC. Now you're talking reckless.
That's nasty words.
Hey, but
We
you know
can't-
what? Ask Coach. I bet you he agrees they score more points.
No, look, Arch is broken. I don't know if he's broken mentally. He's probably broken physically. I don't know what's going on. But I'm not here to talk about Texas. I'm here to talk about college football in general.
Talk
So,
to me, man.
here's again, like I said, I did it last week. I think I'm going to do this every week. I'm taking little notes throughout the weekend, just the things that I see that I want to mention on the show. So I'll just go through this. UCLA and Virginia Tech did the right thing by firing their respective coaches, especially Virginia Tech. You can't lose to ODU like that. They scored
That
some
was
points to
bad.
make that look they scored some points to make that look a lot better than it was. ODU was putting them in the ground. And they scored some points in the fourth quarter. Make their final score is very misleading.
I
UCLA,
think somebody
Foster,
picked New Mexico to win.
yeah, Foster was never the guy. He was a placeholder. It's like, okay, he went there. He's a guy with rah. I don't feel like he was ever the guy, and that's why they were so quick to like pull the plug on him. Um, it hurts me to say this, but Clemson is done. Uh, Tearing up my ACC championship ticket.
Yeah.
Clemson's done. Um,
You get
Tech is
punch
amazing.
in
Yeah. No. I am driving the Rambling Wreck, baby. I am driving that thing right through Peachtree. Um,
Ooh. Okay.
so I'm now pivoting to Georgia Tech as my ACC
Ooh.
champion. Have a nice one, Clemson. Tennessee went full Tennessee. You should never go full Tennessee in any way, shape, or form. Um, Watching Georgia, the thing that came to my mind was like championship DNA, championship teams who know how to do this. You talked about like when the lights get bright earlier series, when the lights got bright, like that throw, they're gonna stop me, mate, on that 4th and 8 with a game on the line.
Yeah.
That might have been the best throw I've seen all year so far.
Yep.
That was a ridiculous throw. Dropped it right in the bucket on 4th and 8. The game's on the line. This wasn't a 3rd and 11 in the middle of third quarter.
Right.
4th and 8 on the road, game's on the line, and you make that throw. Big ups to that kid. Miami saw South Florida coming, like I said, like last week. And one last note, and then I'll let everybody else get in. I got some other notes, but I just want to get this like, is DJ Lagway point shaving? Do he owe somebody money? Because I wrote in my notes, and I can show you the notes. I was like, is DJ Lagway point shaving? Mind you, I wrote this after he threw his 3rd pick. He threw 2 more picks after I wrote this down. So there you go. I'll let y'all get in. But I just want to just.
You know what? Honestly, one thing I gotta mention, like my dogs just could not stop Delaware. Oh, that was brutal. I was watching that game.
The blue hens.
Yeah, the blue hens. Like I didn't know it was the blue hens, but I got a friend.
The blue hens, man.
Shout out to my girl Dana. She's a alum from Delaware. My old girlfriend went to Delaware too.
Yeah, shout out Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco.
And like I'm like, what the hell, man? Go hens. I'm like, what? Hen what? Hen what? And like, you know what I mean? So it was just like brutal to lose in overtime. Again, 2nd week in a row we lost in overtime. But you know, that Georgia game was amazing. That Georgia game, Tennessee game was some really good football. You know, I didn't think Georgia could pull it out. I think Coach, you were in there, like Georgia in trouble, and then they came storming back. You know, shout out to them. That Texas A&M Notre Dame game too was an interesting game. It was a good week of college football. We had some pretty good games. The late slate, to your point, Coach, you did a great job breaking down the games that we were anticipating. So it's funny to see Michigan bounce back against a nobody, and now Underwood looks like a world beater. But we'll see once it gets a little tighter how he responds. But
when they get in the Big Ten play, he's gonna get popped all over the place when he gets.
And I really feel like it's gonna be a Willie Beeman moment. Like to me, that's how I feel like it's
Indiana.
Look, I feel the same way about LSU in the SEC. It's like I would love to see LSU play a good team.
Yeah, I mean, what's Kelly doing? What's he like? Why are you so mad? Like, why are you so
He's
mad?
just perpetually upset.
Yeah,
He's like the same shade of like purple as their uniforms, like all the time. He's just so mad all the time. It's just like
yeah, but
ridiculous.
we don't coach the team. You do. Like, why are you so mad? Like, we're not the ones out here. You supposed to be the best offensive mind. You ain't got no offense. Listen, I ain't going there. But yeah, Clemson looks done. You have the wrong team. Georgia Tech is good, but it's the Florida State Seminoles. Say it with
I
me.
want them. I want them to play a good team too. I can't wait till they play a good team too.
They did. They beat Alabama. Why are you hating? Why are you doing this?
He said good team. Sir.
Yes, again, I would like them to play a good team.
No, you ignored me all day. I text you or call you. You don't want to talk to me. And now you come on the show. And what do you say? Florida State doesn't play a good team? Stop being a hit. Florida State.
He said Alabama.
Alabama's
not a good team, sir.
You play who's on your schedule.
Yeah, I know. We didn't. Nobody else would want Alabama as their opening week. We took them, and we took them to the woodshed.
Look,
all right.
Y'all did.
Has Oregon played a good team?
Negatory.
Yeah.
Negatory.
Has Ohio State played a good team?
No, they have not.
They played.
They have not. They have not.
Don't do that.
Ohio State has not played a good team yet. I will jump in here and I will answer for you. They have not played a good team.
Don't do that, Steve. Don't do that.
Just saying. There's some guys taking some puff cakes around here. Don't talk.
I mean, but that's just college. That's college football in general. Just like that's just look. This is what happens. It's going to tighten up a little bit because as feel like with the SEC going to a 9-game conference schedule, you're going to see less and less of these games. So it's just they're going to have to play actual like top-notch opponents and stuff like that moving forward. So we're going to see less and less of these. So
is the kid from UCLA really taking a step back? Is he really?
Yeah, yeah. So
check
and here's
this out.
something.
Watch
quick.
over the course of the next week or two, how many people transfer out of UCLA?
Yeah, because what people don't know is that when a coach is fired, the portal opens.
Yeah,
no matter what happens during the season, the portal opens for these kids. So these kids at Virginia Tech, these kids at UCLA, the portal's open for
right now.
Mm-hmm. They can't play right now. They can't play right now, but they can leave right now.
Oh, they can leave and then go to a team, like go sit on the bench.
Because if you remember your first 4 weeks, you can play 4 weeks and then redshirt. So technically, this can still be considered a redshirt year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow, I did not know that. So
yeah, a lot of people don't know that. I've been telling people that all day. It's like these kids they can't play, but they can redshirt. So because it hasn't been 4 games yet, so. Look, I think UCLA already lost like 8 guys, since Sunday. Like Virginia Tech, they're getting ready to lose some guys too. If it just these are 2 programs that are very much in flux right now because Nico, he got, like I said, we talked about this. I talked about this in the chat. It's like he got some bad advice from some people that should be giving him good advice, the best advice, and. People just are dumping on this young man, and look, I don't like it. I don't like to see it. It's just like people that he should trust. He should trust their opinion. He got some real bad advice from, and I hope it works out for him. But this UCLA thing has been a disaster, and it's not just the football team. It is the UCLA athletic department in general. Hughes is out west. He knows what I'm talking about. The UCLA athletic department. They killed the Pac-12 to move to the Big Ten. So you know what? Good on you. You deserve every bit of what's happening to you.
But why would you? Is there any benefit for UCLA firing their coach before the first 4 games?
Well, think about it this way: anybody who's currently available, they have no competition for said person. The only other team that could potentially go after anybody right now is West Virginia. And I mean, from a prestige standpoint, if you want to be on the West Coast, there's a definite advantage to doing it, especially when you don't want to quote unquote lose the team, right? Because if you have confidence in the coordinators but not the head coach, you can feel like, hey, we might be able to right this ship. I mean, as Coach said, they were not going down a good path. There was a reason why I picked New Mexico. One of the reason why I picked them was I literally said, if you guys remember, I said, I'm not sure UCLA can score 15 points.
Yeah.
They were laying 15 and a half points to New Mexico. And I said, look, with Irk as their head coach, like New Mexico's actually playing. They beat them by 25. Think about this for a second. They paid the Lobos $1.2 million to come to their hometown and kick their ass. They paid them $1.2 million to come in their stadium, run them and their fans out the building, and get their head coach fired.
It was only about 8,000 people there, so it wasn't too many people running out of Rose Bowl. About 8,000 people.
My point being, man, is that they gave them a fat check, and that was going to be my rebuttal to coaches. 9 games for the SEC. You're going to still have bigger schools scheduling smaller schools, and it is mutually beneficial. I didn't used to love it, but I also understand for small schools, a lot of times this is their bowl game, right? You get a chance to play against Ohio State or Tennessee or USC or Texas. Like, this is their bowl game, and this is a lot of times their opportunity. If they're a standout, if you're a scout and you're going to be watching film, I want to see them playing against other people that can potentially play at the pro level, right? Like, I don't care that you're playing against Northwest Delaware. Like, I want to see, how you're playing against top-notch competition. And so a lot of times these are those opportunities that they get. So, look, a couple things I wanted to say. So the Georgia thing, you guys know I took Georgia -3.5. Why is it when you score a touchdown, like, you don't get an opportunity to kick the extra point? Doesn't that automatically come along? Like, if you were a person betting on the games, there is nothing more annoying than the team scoring a touchdown and they're just like, well, that's it, folks. They scored a TD.
Yeah, the game's over.
Point, you lose your money.
The game's over. Yeah, and I won my money because of it. So fuck you. Like, all right, yeah, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Wait. So you had Tennessee +3.5?
No.
I sure did.
I had Georgia.
I had Tennessee +3.5. Saved by the hook, baby. Saved by the hook.
Mm-hmm. I didn't. I had the minus. I laid the point.
Yeah, I had Georgia. I had Georgia -3.5, and I also had Oregon. And I got to tell you, you know what? I understand why you do it, but you're up 34-0 at the end of 3 quarters, and you're like, hey, you know what? Let's put the backups to the backups to the backups in, and you give up 14 points and you don't score nothing. It's like, damn, man, like you just done messed up the spread, the money line, the over under. You like messed up everything.
Yep, that's why it's called gambling.
Yeah. Anybody else want to hit? Anybody else want to talk about anything that you've seen on college football before we get into these picks?
You know what, Larry? I don't think Larry got a chance to really say anything about like his thoughts.
I said anybody.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what? The one thing I will say, and because I was at the game, Deion needs to fire Pat Shermer. Deion need the play calling is not conducive to the talent that he has.
Where did Pat Shermer coach in the NFL?
I forgot, but it's like you watch Colorado and you can see guys.
Wait, hold on, Larry. You know where he was a head coach at?
Where?
The Giants.
Oh yeah, you know what?
You're
opinion about his bad play calling.
You're preaching to the choir, Larry.
It's like it was like watching. Why are you running the same swing pass 4 times in a row? Why? He's gonna get that. What's his name? Stroud. That's how you say his name. The quarterback.
Stroud. Yeah.
He's gonna get it
put the backup in, right, Larry? Didn't they put the backup in?
Well, they had to because the first 2 guys couldn't run his offense, and that was the problem. I think he gave him a little bit too much, too quick, too soon, and he's gonna get the other guy killed. But Deion's team has the talent because if you look at them, and you'll see one amazing play there, but their offense just needs to be revamped. It needs to be more conducive with a college team and not an NFL team. And it's just
he's trying to run a pro style with a bunch of college kids who've been running spreads since they was in 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't do that.
You're trying to give guys 40 different audibles and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, they just got out of high school math. Like, dude, like, yeah.
They don't even know how to take the ball from under center. most of these
Nobody
young
does.
quarterbacks.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
nobody
It's
does.
like, so let's
Yeah.
start there. Let's
Yeah.
start at the most basic fundamental thing for a quarterback. Get the ball from under center. You know, and they don't not have these people
Yeah,
know how to
it's
do it.
like some of the, like I said, Dion needs to wish call it, but I will say that, hats off to U of H, they 3-0. And I'll go even further. You guys are thinking I'm being funny. How the hell is Notre Dame still ranked?
Oh boy.
Because they're Notre Dame.
Their name
Like,
is Notre Dame.
so we
Because
got
they're
into
Notre
this.
Dame.
No, but real talk, we
Being
got into
serious.
this whole conversation about guys that literally they schedule, they strength the schedule looks better than what it is. There are teams that are gonna have a Notre Dame win because they're ranked and they're 0-2. And the strength of schedule is gonna look, oh, they beat this ranked team and they beat that ranked team. You beat a ranked team that was 0-2. Yeah. I'm
Well,
not
they were
I'm not
0-1 at the time.
Yeah, only one at a time. I mean,
I
what
mean,
if they lose this week?
and that's taking nothing
What if
and
they
that's
lose
taking
this
nothing
week?
away from A&M. A&M played a hell of a game. Like I mean, they as much as I hate to say it, but like this A&M team is they built the last. You know what
But
I'm
I'm
saying? I think
saying that
I
they
think that yeah. So we'll
That
see. But like
Texas T, Steve, right? That Texas T.
hey,
That's
all
gonna
the
be
yeah,
Texas
bad.
teams is
yeah.
looking real good
Technically,
right
yeah.
about now.
College Station is closer to Houston than Austin is, but still, like, who
It's on
cares?
the way.
You know,
It's
but
on the
like,
way. You gotta pass
yeah,
by.
all
yeah.
right.
It's in. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, let's get moving. Let's get moving. We got a whole NFL to crank out, and I want to make sure people get out of here in time. Y'all know what the deal is. Give me your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in confidence, man. Villain, I'm gonna start with you, man. You had a tough week, so I'm gonna give you a chance to redeem yourself. Give me your 5 point
All
play,
right,
sir.
good. So this is gonna be awful again.
Okay.
I'm so my
Yeah.
number 5, give me Georgia Tech minus 23.5. I'm gonna lay it against Temple. Even though Georgia Tech will not win the ACC, Seminole Pride, Noel family, what up, Larry? I think Georgia Tech's gonna get this one. Number 4, give me Miami -5, -7.5 against Florida. Even though I wasn't, shocked that Florida showed up for that game. To Steve's point, DJ is a disaster
Point
waiting to
shaving.
happen.
Point
Yeah.
shaving, I think.
So he'll work his magic for me at my number 4 confidence pick. Number 3, give me Texas Tech plus 3.5 at Utah. I'm Utah burned me. I was picking them early last year, and then they burned me really bad. I think Texas Tech can go in there and get a nice dub. Give me the points. I think they can win outright, but plus 3.5 Texas Tech. Number 2, give me Michigan minus 2.5 on the road at Nebraska, even though Nebraska might be okay. I think Michigan could win by a field goal. I think they can win that game on the road. So give me Michigan minus 2.5. And then number 1, just to piss off Larry, give me Notre Dame minus 25.5 at Purdue, because Notre Dame loves to beat the crap out of Purdue anytime they play him. Shout out to my boy Andy at Purdue alum, but sorry. Notre Dame minus 25.5. That is
All
my
right.
picks.
All right, cool. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So just so we're clear, we got Georgia Tech at minus 23.5, Miami
sir.
minus 7.5, Texas
Yes,
Tech
sir.
plus 3.5,
Yes, sir.
Michigan minus 2.5,
Yes, sir.
and your favorite Notre Dame Fighting Irish at 25.5.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Short and
Breaking
sweet.
news. Breaking news. Talk to me, man.
All right, boys. A hop, skip, and a jump away from being able to go 5-0 last week, man. I did a little bit of research on this, and I'm feeling pretty confident I'm gonna go 5-0 this week.
Talk to me.
Number 5, we're gonna go Miami minus 7.5. 7.5 is a lot to lay, but you know what? I just don't see Florida being able to keep up with Miami's offense. They'll keep it close early, but it's going to end up by more like 20. So I got Miami at home. Number 4 confidence pick. I'm taking SMU away plus 6.5. I think they actually looked really good last week. I think they should have actually won last week versus Baylor. And I think that this is a really important game for them. I'm going to take, even though they're on the road, I'm going to take the plus 6.5. I think this game's going to stay really close, and I think they're going to be able to eke out a win. Number 3, you guys know I haven't picked them yet this year, but at some point I have to, and Mayav has been playing fantastic. So I'm going to take USC at home, minus 18.5. They've been playing well. They've definitely been putting up points. And the bottom line is if they win this week, we're going to have a lot of conversations about them moving forward because their next 3 opponents are all top 25 opponents. So USC is going to get right here. Number 2, I'm taking Arizona on the road, a dog, plus 2.5. And I apologize. I was trying to look up to see who they were playing, boys, but I don't have the information, but I just really liked the matchup when I was going through it. So I have them as my number 2 confidence pick. And number 1, I even went into the PFF stats and really got into the nerd and geeky thing about it. But this is probably the biggest one right here. I'm going to take Indiana minus 5.5 at home versus Illinois. What Illinois does really better than anyone in the country right now is explosive runs, especially between the tackles. And if you go all the way back to last year, including this year, that's a key point. Not just last year, but just to show sustained greatness. They've been the number 1 team versus the run, shutting down the run between the tackles. And I think they're going to do that. I just don't see Illinois being able to rely on the pass solely and not being able to get those explosive runs. I think Indiana's actually going to take care of business at home, and I think they win by more than a touchdown.
So just to recap, you got Miami at minus 7.5, SMU at plus 6.5, your squad USC at minus 18 and a hook there, Arizona at plus 2.5, and Indiana plus 5.5.
Indiana's actually minus 5.5, even though they're technically they're lower in the polls. They're actually considered the favorite to win. So it's minus 5.5.
Okay, sounds good to me, sir. Larry, you need a minute? You got it.
I need a minute. You know, I'll be having these technical difficulties over here. I think it's because of the bet, bro. I really do.
All right, so I'm going to go real quick, and then I'm going to hit Steve real quick. I got Texas Tech as my 5-point play at 3.5. Notre Dame is my 4-point at 25 and a hook. I actually agree with breaking news. I made it my 3-point play at Indiana at minus 3.5. Miami at minus 5.5. There's something about this Miami-Florida rivalry, man. I don't want to touch it. That was very high. And then I got Sam Houston at plus 40 and a hook. I got Sam Houston.
Wait. What you know about these Texas boys, man? Wait a minute over here.
What you know about them Texas boys?
So that's kind of what I did there.
Know about that dirty South, man.
Here's what I know. Texas ain't beating nobody by 40. I know that. That much I know.
Hey, you had a different line than I did, just so you know. So we're gonna have to look into that because you had 2.5 and I had 5.5 on Indiana. Just FYI.
I'm at ESPN bet.
Okay, well
I got
more than happy to take 2.5. I'm on ESPN lines. I was on the ESPN line, so maybe that's.
I got 5.5. Did I say it wrong?
Yeah, I thought you said 2.5. My bad.
No, sir, my bad. 5.5. Yeah, Indiana minus 5.5, and I got an Indiana at 5.5 for you as well. Coach, talk to me, man.
All right, so I also had Texas Tech plus 3.5 as my 5-point play. Love Tech. I think Tech might mess around and win the Big 12. In this game will go a long way toward that. I'm off the Clemson train, so give me the orange plus 17.5.
I was thinking about that too, Coach. I was thinking about
that. Yeah. Minus 17.5. So Syracuse plus 17.5.
Got it.
Another team that I'm high on, and even though I think Tulane might be losing their coach, so I think Summerall might be heading to Virginia Tech or UCLA. Because I think he's done with the mid-major stuff. He's too good of a coach. Nothing against Tulane, but I think he's going to take one of these jobs that are open. So I have, but I said all that to say this: Tulane plus 11.5 against Ole Miss. I like Tulane. I like this team. I think they can stay within 11.5 points of Ole Miss. Again, if y'all been listening to the show over the summer, y'all know how high I've been on Virginia. That we are still striving for 6. The bowl is still the goal for my mighty Cavaliers. So Stanford stinks. I'm sorry. They're real bad. So I got Virginia minus 15 and a half.
16, you said, sir?
I think
It's
it's
15 and a half. Serious, I'm on
it's
the
15.
15
line.
and a
Okay.
half. Yeah, 15 and a
Yeah.
half. And then my number one play is like I feel like we share bookends here, serious. My 1 point play is Texas can't even score 40 points, let alone beat somebody by 40 points. So give me those mighty Bearcats, Huntsville, rise up, baby. Your Bearcats are gonna stay within 40 points Texas on Saturday. So,
All right. So just to make sure we are clear, so we got Texas Tech at minus 3.25. We
they're
got
plus they're plus
oh, excuse
they're
me,
plus.
plus 3.5. Excuse me, plus 3.5. We got the Syracuse Orangemen at plus 17.5. We got Tulane at minus 11.5. Plus 11.5.
Tulane's
Excuse me,
plus 11. Mm-hmm.
plus 11.5. We got Virginia at minus 15.5.
Mm-hmm.
And no Sam Houston boys at minus 40.5. Plus 40.5. Excuse me, plus 40.5.
Yep, that
Good
sounds good to me.
God, it's gonna be good,
Sam
man.
Houston don't even have to score.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
It's gonna be 35-7. You watch.
Yep, 30. Look, 34 nothing. They
Yep.
still cover the spread.
It covers the spread. It covers the spread.
They
They're
still
like,
cover.
thank you for that
Mm-hmm.
What they know about
$1.2
what they
million
know about
check.
that star about,
Mm-hmm.
All right, Larry, you ready to rock and roll?
okay, right? Right. Yeah, Larry, they don't know what that
I think,
star about.
yep, I think I am, but I'm probably gonna need breaking news because I can't find a line on something.
What
I
you good, brother?
Um,
What do you need?
well, it's my 1 point play, but I'll get
You
to
go.
it in a second. Okay,
All
so
right,
let me
go
break
for
this
it.
down. Just because I want to see them being put out their misery with my 5 point play, I'm gonna take Miami 7.5 over Florida. Put them
So
out their
minus
misery. Go ahead.
minus 7.5.
Hey,
Uh-huh.
yep, you're right. Go ahead and stick the fork in them.
And barbecue them up and get them ready for that
Yeah,
Tallahassee
dude.
star.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
boy.
Go ahead and tenderize that gator meat up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, go ahead and tenderize it up. Hey, Steve, we about to order some Papados gator over here in a minute. It's gonna be good and tender.
Jeez.
Hey, look. Hey, if you from the South, you know about some Papados.
No,
Look.
no, no. That
Hey,
Papa Do's got to be hidden. Yes, it do.
yeah. Hey, we're gonna get the nuggets. Hey, the gator nuggets. Um, So Barry, I do agree with you, dude. Notre Dame always kick the crap out of Purdue, so I will take some of that Golden Dome.
I
I'll
did
take
that
some
as
of that.
well. So 25.5. Gotcha. Talk to me.
Yep. Even though they the underdog, man, I like what they doing out there, and I really think I might end up going to the game next week. I think a week after next. I want to take Texas Tech. They the underdog against Utah, but I think they're gonna pull it out. They plus 3.5.
Yep. That's been a favorite today because I took it. Steve, coach took it.
Yeah.
And,
Mhm,
That's
yeah.
what Texas Tech boys doing.
I don't believe in Utah, man. I don't believe in them.
No. Nah.
They play defense, man.
actually,
Yeah.
Villain took it too. Everybody's taking it so far.
Yeah, we like the Texas Tech game. It's even money, but I want to take it just because I like what Eddie George is doing. I want to take Bowling Green over Louisville.
Mm.
Yeah,
What's the line on that?
I had that on my board.
it's even money. It's
Even
even money.
Yeah.
It's even money, but I
Yeah,
want
it's even.
to take Bowling Green. And breaking news, Tim, if you could look this up, man, because I always like to give some love to my HBUs. I want to see Vic get his second win. I want to take Norfolk State over Sacred Heart with my 1 point. I can't find a line on it though.
Give me 1 sec, man. I'm reloading.
Who they playing? Sacred Heart from Connecticut?
Yeah.
That's my boys, man. Nah.
Hey, look.
They're right down the street. They're right down the street. So I go.
Yeah,
hey, look,
maybe.
man, we want another win, man. Look, hey, look. And that
Look,
is
man. Maybe the line is the friends we made along the way, boys. I don't know.
dude. The sad part is, dude, as soon as that Virginia Tech job get opened up, man, Michael Vick, his seat ain't even warm. And the first thing they was like, "What? You think he'll be a candidate for the Virginia Tech job?"
He'd be an awful candidate for the Virginia Tech job.
And I was gonna say,
Yeah, I don't have a line on that one, man. Sorry.
all right. Can I just take the pick then?
Yeah,
take the pick.
just take it. Yeah,
I just took an even pick. Hey,
Yeah, we go. We'll let that rock. We'll let that rock. I mean,
Look, man, look, we gotta send a letter or something to somebody. I'm like, look, you can't be showing HBU games on national TV with no betting line.
Right?
all right. So we got
Can't do
Miami. We got Miami at -7. We got Notre Dame at -25.5. Texas Tech at +3.5. You took Bowling Green with the even money, and you took Norfolk State straight up.
Yep.
Okay, we're good to go, gentlemen. We're good to go, man.
Just as kind of a side thing, like there was no way I was gonna take it because obviously Oregon's killed me twice. But it is somewhat crazy that Oregon is laying 35 points to in-state rival Oregon State. Like,
Yeah, I saw that.
I know they're not great, but like I would love to take Oregon State there because I don't think they're gonna beat them by 35.
I saw that and I was messing around with it, but I was like, nah, I'm not
Dude,
doing
I
that.
didn't even take the Florida State line. I'm like, we favored 44.5.
Yeah,
44.5.
that's
I was
crazy.
like, nah.
You know, it's funny because I want to just say this because you talked about Vic and Virginia Tech and stuff like that. Look, don't be shocked, guys. Do y'all know who the coach for South Carolina is? Anybody? Anybody?
But I know I'm looking it up. Oh, isn't it
Shane.
He might not be there
Shane.
much longer.
Steichen?
Shane. Do
Shane
you want to guess what Shane's last name is?
Beamer.
Steichen.
Beamer.
It's
It's
Beamer.
Beamer.
Shane
Beamer.
Beamer. They gonna pull at his emotions. They gonna pull at his heartstrings, and they're gonna try to get him. They gonna like, come home, Shane. Come home. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes that job because they gonna a boatload of money. They're gonna be like, come home, Shane. So I was thinking about that today. I was talking to a guy at my job today. He was like, who you think? I was like, Shane Beamer. They're gonna give him a bunch of money and the emotional pull of coming home. So I think that's who they're gonna go with.
All right, now we get to talk some NFL. Barry's
Yeah,
favorite.
pivoting over to the NFL, man. There's been a lot of stuff been going on, man. Unfortunately, we are in week 2, and we got a plethora of quarterbacks that are probably going to be on the sideline. We got Brock Purdy on the sideline. We got Joe Burrow that's going to be gone for a good portion of the
Wild.
season.
At
Yeah,
least 3
he got the
months.
high ankle
Fantasy.
one. Like I heard like 8 weeks at least.
It's 3 months. He's going to be
3
out.
months.
He's gonna be
3
he's gonna be
months.
out
Turf toe.
God, dude.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
that surgery from the turf toe. Like, it's
Torn ligaments in the turf toe. So that's
Yeah.
JJ got the high ankle.
Yeah, JJ's out for the next 2 to 4 weeks or whatever the case may be. We got
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels is questionable to play
hurt.
again, and obviously Justin Fields in the protocol. That along with the week that was, man. Let's spin this around. Let's try to be quick about it. That way we get these picks out of here. Breaking news. I'm giving you 3.5 minutes, man. Go.
For the picks or to talk about what was?
Talk about what was.
Okay, so sorry, Barry, but the Giants are who we thought they were, man. Like they came out, they looked good, and then Russell Wilson got excited, and I don't even know who he was throwing to. That was just ugly, man.
He's throwing to me.
You deserve better, man. You deserve better. Hey, Steelers, what happened, man? Aaron Rodgers turned into a pumpkin.
That wasn't even Aaron Rodgers' fault. It wasn't even Aaron Rodgers' fault.
That Seattle
is trash.
defense looks like they might be a top 10 defense.
My defense is trash.
Maybe San Fran's better than we thought they were. That's all I'm saying. But you know what? No, you know what? I want to actually take my time to give praise to somebody that nobody else is going to give praise to here because nobody even probably watched him play other than Larry. Dude, Spencer Rattler is a pretty damn good quarterback. I'm telling you, man, he played well enough to win that game. He is a good quarterback. He's very accurate. And if he had even a smidge of run after the catch or the defense able to get us off the field, like he'd already have his first W. Like he played really well, and I'll just leave it at that because I know you guys are going to hit everything else, but I just wanted to give him props because the kid played very well. 3 touchdowns, no picks. He played well enough. He should have been able to win that game. If not for Mac Attack.
Mac Attack. How you funny? Larry, talk to me, man. Just running around here, man. Where's your head at with the week that was?
Man, look. I mean, I'm gonna say Spencer Rattler. He played a good game, but Kellen Moore can call a good game. I mean, we knew that. We knew we his body of work. I mean, he can call a good game. It's unfortunate he's not the Cowboys coach. I'll say that my Niners are 2-0. I'll take it. We've been winning them out. My biggest takeaways from going into the second week: where's these defenses at?
Yeah, there are none.
The Steelers were supposed to be this vaunted defense. Where's that defense at? The Jets were supposed to be this vaunted defense. Where's that defense at? I hate to say it, Steve. The Texans. Where's the D?
The defense was fine. They can't score any points. They can't move the ball. The defense is fine.
They missed so many tackles. It was not even funny.
The last play, the big run by Baker. That like I almost like broke my TV when I saw that.
But even before that, Bucky was slipping tackles left and right. So it's like these defenses that we thought were going to be really good defenses are not the defenses that we thought they were. I'll take that as a takeaway. And people are now starting to say, okay, well, what's going on with the Chiefs? I just think that the Chiefs are a worn down team. They've had long playoff runs. We've seen this with teams once again. You get long playoff runs. Playing those extra 3-4 games every year, it wears on you. And I just think
they're gonna get right this week, though. Larry.
They're gonna get really right this week. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're probably gonna get real right this week. I'm gonna just say
they're gonna be fine this week, Larry. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm starting all Chief players, all of them. Checo, Hollywood.
Even old man Kelsey, man, he's gonna get in the end zone.
Hey, you'll be surprised. Hey, look, you could just tell that even his age and attrition starting to wear. Kelsey literally dropped a touchdown for an interception.
Yeah.
Kelsey's finished. Kelsey's finished.
Yeah. He's doing too much other stuff right now.
He need to stop. He needs to stop.
He's like Rocky when Rocky started doing too much, and he's doing too many commercials and stuff. But yeah, that's my biggest takeaway is like, where's the D at? What happened to all these defenses?
That's what she said.
Pineapples.
Hey, Barry, how about that? How about Daniel Jones, man? Looking good.
Well, I mean, Villain, talk to me, bro. Like, I mean, if you want to start there with Danny Dimes, or if you want to spin it around a little bit, where's your head at after week 2?
Yeah, so I mean, the Bears stink. They're absolutely atrocious.
Hey, man, I feel like I'm in church. Amen.
It's the defense, though. The defense. I mean, I think people want to kill they want to kill Caleb Williams, and rightfully so, in for whatever opinion. But that defense was supposed to be a lot better than what we've seen, and the Lions showed no mercy. And beat them.
It was personal. That was personal. They was sending a message.
Oh,
they were sending some type of. They were like, you think the Packers are okay? Y'all must have forgot because people already said.
Yeah. Campbell ordered the code red. He definitely ordered the code red. He was like, yeah.
Yeah, but Steve, like they were saying, like the Lions missed their window, their opportunity to get to the Super Bowl and stuff, and like, nah, that's still a good football team.
I mean,
which I found so crazy. It's like all of the Lions stink now. They get Lions stink. Like,
yeah, like give me a break, dude. So I don't know what that was about, but I quietly, not quietly, but like the Rams 2-0. Stafford looking healthy. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't know, but the Rams are a really talented team. They got some for a team that gave away a lot of picks to get some players to get that Super Bowl ring. They really recycled some players in, and they still got some pretty good talent on that team. So shout out to the front office of
the Rams don't give a damn about first round picks.
Exactly. They find gems in the back half of the draft on offense and defense to fill that team out. So, and that's a pretty talented team. So shout out to them. All right, fine. We're gonna do this. How do you lose the game with the personal foul, on the center and give them the kick? Why are you trying to block a 60-yard kick?
Yo, the Broncos, bro, talk to me about it, dog.
Yeah,
that was terrible.
Yeah, like why are you going super hard on a 60-yard kick?
Dude, That's like the golden rule you keep seeing over and over. You do not do that to the snapper, and he literally.
And it doesn't make a difference. You're not gonna block it from there. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's just stupid. It's just absolutely stupid. So, listen, Indiana Jones, 2-3 games, great, Hughes, terrific, great. Give it a little while. I'm seeing the same Daniel Jones, but the only difference is the Colts are a more talented team than the Giants were. The Colts are a more talented team than the Giants were. He has a running back that he can hand the ball off to now. He has an offensive line that's better than the Giants. Well, anybody's offensive line is better than the Giants. But I mean, like, it's just the Colts are just a better team than the Giants were when Daniel Jones was there. But give Daniel Jones a little bit of time; he'll prove me right, because I still seeing him with the one-step read. You know, they're like, oh, he played well under pressure with the blitz, and so what? He's still he doesn't read the field. He stares down receivers. Give it time. Give it time. I put a recap on the Giants up, and it's on our socials, so I don't need to go into depth on that. The only thing I will say that I didn't say on that, the Cowboys' defense stinks.
That's what I just
Absolutely
said. Where
atrocious.
defense is it?
Absolutely atrocious. So that's a major problem. Everybody wants to be happy with Schottenheimer getting his win or whatever, whoever his name. I don't even know the boy name. But here's one thing that was really concerning to me in that game, and Sirius knows exactly what I'm going to say. George Pickens is selfish. When he ain't getting the ball, he couldn't be bothered to do anything else on the field. Jogging routes, doesn't block. When he knows he's not going to get the ball, he checks out. And it's going to take – I don't know if it's going to be Dak. I don't know if it's going to be CeeDee Lamb who's going to get in his behind, but it needs to be done. And
nobody's going to get in behind because he's going to crash out and smack him in the head. Do you know who George Pickens is?
I do.
It's going to happen when he hits free agency and he's signing for $2 million with no guarantee.
when he's signing in the UFL or something like that, he'll be happy.
Because some team would be like, we can fix him.
Right.
Yeah, no, I know exactly.
We'll go to Kansas City.
Exactly, but two things on the Monday night game. Chargers looked impressive. Geno Smith looked like trash. Oh, Geno Smith looked like the Geno Smith from the Jets. And the Bucks. Baker Mayfield doesn't get a lot of credit on this show.
Right?
He's playing some really good football.
No, I give him all the credit. Yeah.
Yeah, if you do, I congratulations, because
2 for 2 on fourth quarter comebacks this year.
No, let me take that back. That was the perfect marriage for him.
It was. It really was. It was a pretty well built team that just he came in, didn't have to do a whole lot, but he's proved his weight in gold. He's playing some really good football. So shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to Baker Mayfield. I keep mine short and sweet because I do have to record a video in a minute. Week 1, week 2 recap. Injuries are starting to mount up for a bunch of these teams, man. The Vikings just put Aaron Jones on IR. So he's gone for the next 4. We already spoke about the Joe Burrow thing. And they're winning by hook and crook or whatever the case may be. It looks like the Buffalo Bills have officially solidified themselves as one of the top teams, if not the best team in AFC. What the hell is going on in Miami? Can somebody?
I said last week, blow it up. I said last week, and y'all said I was overreacting. So.
Well, Coach, how do you win in this league? You win the game. Is that what he said, Coach? Like,
he didn't say the game within the game or something.
He just said you win. You win. How you win the game is you win the game.
You win the game.
You don't lose. That's essentially what he said.
They should not let him in front of a live microphone by himself. They should.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to push the panic button on the Kansas City Chiefs. I feel as though they will get themselves right starting this weekend. I'm sorry, villain, but they'll get themselves right, and they'll be right back in the thick of things.
Why are you laughing? What is so funny, Hughes? What's so damn funny? Like, what the hell, man? Like, seriously.
I just got a feather, man. It's all good.
I got a feather.
Slap the shit out of you, son.
Green Bay. Green Bay is going to literally run through a good portion of the NFC. I don't see really teams really competing with them unless something unforeseeable happens. That's including the Philadelphia Eagles, whose defense is in trouble and they need to be able to move the football. So and throw the ball to AJ freaking Brown. You know what? Let me stop. They won the game. The Jets are in trouble. The Jets are in trouble. I'm gonna say that again. The Jets are in trouble. With that being said, we're going to move on and get to these confidence picks.
Aaron, let me just say this, dude. We talked about the defense. Where's these O lines at, dude? If I was the offensive lineman right now, dude, I probably would ask for like a gazillion, quadrillion dollars if I was.
Here's a funny thing. I saw a Facebook joke that said there are a gazillion big people in the world and none of them are in Cincinnati blocking.
Dude, that Cincinnati's line is trash. Dude, that Raiders line, dude, Jinty can't even get to the line without getting.
He can't.
Well,
dude.
I mean, that was a really good Chargers defense they played last night, though. So.
Yeah, but still, 2 games.
Think about all the money that was spent by Ben Johnson and the Bears staff on offensive line help to protect Caleb Williams and how he ran for his life in that game. He got sacked 4 or 5 times at least.
Dude, even that KC line, dude. KC, dude, what's Mahomes
By
been
the
running?
way,
And they
Josh Simmons
so
has
many
totally justified me saying that he was the number 1 tackle. That kid is a boss. He's played 2 weeks. Think about this: 2 weeks, Pro Bowlers both weeks, and has absolutely stood up. He's the only guy standing up. Matter of fact, the first sack that the Chiefs gave up this last week was actually on the first play that Josh Simmons went out when he got injured.
Yeah, but he got to cut down on them false starts.
No, absolutely. But that's a rookie thing. Come on.
Yeah, I'm saying, but he got to
or a James Hudson thing.
Yeah, he's been playing good with those false starts, bro. Yeah. Like I say,
see what I did there?
Yeah,
you see that these offensive linemen can't block, or they didn't practice.
My wife, I don't know. My wife was sitting right next to me on the couch. I don't know how she didn't wake up because she dozed off. I'm screaming, "Get this effing guy out of the game!" And she didn't move a muscle. Like 4 straight penalties. Where did they do that?
Dude. Hey Barry, I will say this though, Scatterboo looks like he's coming on.
He look good.
Aaron,
we coming for KC. We coming for KC Hughes.
Okay,
all right.
We'll see.
All right.
Aaron, I thought y'all could run the ball, Aaron.
Hey, listen, man. I
don't know who told you that.
I wish you all the best of luck this week. I'm just saying you may or may not be on my confidence picks. I'm just saying.
He's trying to get me riled up.
We was on the show and Aaron said, Steelers football. We run the ball. We play defense. Where's running the ball and where's the defense?
We ain't done that. We ain't done that in 2 weeks.
He meant that before Aaron Rodgers signed.
Yeah, we did that. We did that before Aaron Rodgers. Anywho, with that being said, let's get into these confidence picks real quick. Let's see. Breaking news, talking.
All right, man. I got my confidence picks here. I'm gonna go number 5. Everybody else has lost confidence in them, but I like the matchup. I'm going with the Cowboys on the road plus 1.5. So I'll take the Cowboys on the road here in week 3. I'm trying to see who they play. I apologize. Play Chicago Bears. So I like that matchup. So that's number 5. Number 4, I'm going with the Redskins minus 3.5. It's an early game. You guys know. I mean, I know that Jaden is nicked up, but it's really difficult for West Coast teams to travel East Coast and then play the early start time. That is a real thing. So it is an early game. It is a West Coast team traveling east. And, the bottom line is I don't know if the Raiders have seen necessarily to this point the diversity and the speed that the Redskins have at all different levels as far as wide receivers, running back. So I like that at number 4. Number 3, I have the Ravens minus 4.5, and I'm actually really happy for this one. This is a primetime game. They're at home. They got embarrassed versus the Bills, and really that one should have been salted away. They were up by 15, so that one should have been a slam dunk. The Lions are just coming off of what's probably going to be their Super Bowl because they just dunked on the Bears, and I think Baltimore is going to be ready for them, and I think they win by probably 14. Number 2 is Steelers minus 1.5. I like the Steelers to rebound here. Of all the games here, I went back and forth on who should be 2-1. I think New England is receiving a little bit of a boost from playing an easier opponent in Miami last week, and I think the Steelers will be able to take care of business and cover the minus 1.5. And then my prime play of the week, I'm taking the Chiefs minus 5.5. Sorry, Barry. Sunday Night Football. The Chiefs are 0-2. Mahomes, prime time versus a bad team. He's not going to lose that game.
It's Chiefs. What's the 5.5? You said?
Yeah, minus 5.5.
See, I got 6.5.
6.5.
No, maybe the lines changed because I checked this yesterday. Let me check it out.
I checked it today. Yeah,
I checked it just 5 minutes ago. 6.5.
Yeah.
6.5.
Yeah. I'm fine doing 6.5.
Cole Baines, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Dylan, talk to me, man. What's that?
Before I get into that, I did want to mention I disagree with Hughes on one thing. I don't like what I've seen from the Commanders' offense the first 2 games. I don't like what I've seen. They didn't look overly impressive against the Giants, and definitely didn't look good against the Packers. So I'd be worried about that. But that being said,
and Jaden Daniels is not going to be there the next 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know.
They can't run the ball.
They can't run the ball.
They can't run the ball. And he's still inaccurate mid range. Like I'm
actually working that game Sunday. I'll be on the field with him Sunday.
Yeah. Like you'll tell me, like I don't like what I see from Jaden throwing the ball too much. But number 5, give me Seahawks minus 7.5. Even though the Saints are playing good football, Seahawks quietly have one of the best defenses in the league. So I'm gonna take that. Number 4, even though I don't like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, give me the Colts minus 3.5. Tennessee. I just don't think they're going to get. I don't think Tennessee is going to get that win yet. Number 3, just to screw over Hughes, give me the Giants plus 6.5 against Kansas City. I don't really care what you think. I don't like picking my team, but since Hughes wants to, he wants to come to the show with violence, I'm gonna fight violence with violence. So no, I honestly think the Chiefs are finished. I think they're done. So
they lose this game.
Hey, you better snip that clip right there because I want to hear that to start the show next week.
Sure, why not? I mean, I don't care if they win or lose. But I still pick them. I can come to the show my face, and it doesn't bother me any. But I mean, no, I'm not saying it to be me. I'm just saying, honestly, I just don't feel like the Kansas City Chiefs offensively can do anything against anybody. I don't think they have their horses, the receivers, and I think their offensive line is betraying one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Good.
Aaron was like, "Oh, I think Isaiah Pacheco is gonna have a breakout year." That dude is stinking up my fantasy roster.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks in, man. Put him on the bench and let him
stinking it up.
I'm playing him this week though.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Right,
I don't like what I'm seeing.
I'm gonna still put him on my bench.
Yeah, I would put him on the bench. I would put him on IR. Give me the number 2. Give me the Steelers minus 1.5 against New England. Not sure about New England right now. Not liking what I'm seeing out there. I think Steelers can get a win. And number 1, I think the Texans get their first win. Give me Texans plus 1.5 against Jacksonville. I think they're better. I think they're better.
Jacksonville the favorite, bro.
Yeah, that's why I'm like.
Have you seen the Texans play football?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I think the Texans are better than an 0-2 team that we've seen, Coach. So I'll take the chance. Give me Texans plus 1.5.
Is that what the Texans are paying to, bro? That's tough.
That's tough, man. All right, Coach, talk to me, man.
All right. I was looking at something earlier. The Colts haven't punted this year.
No, they have not.
Danny Dimes, baby.
That is insane. They have not punted this year. That is. I was just looking through things, looking at the numbers and stuff like that. And I was like, the Colts haven't punted this year. That's insane. Through 2 games, they haven't punted yet. So I'm gonna go with them for my 5 point play. Colts -3.5. The Titans, they might as well be on the clock again. Just don't like what's going on in Nashville with that squad. We talked about Baker Mayfield earlier. Let's run it back. My number 4 pick, Bucks -6.5 against the Jets. Um,
Ooh.
like Bakes to get it done against the Jets. We talked about the Chargers earlier, man. The Chargers so far are legit. I like the Chargers. I like what they're doing. We
Mhm.
talked a couple weeks ago about like how every team in that division in the AFC West got better except for the Chiefs. The Chargers, I think,
Mhm.
are the team that improved the most. Like Harbaugh's starting to put his blueprint on that team, and you see it.
Yep.
Um,
If only him and
give me the
Buffy could have
chart.
got along.
Yeah, yeah. Give me the Chargers -2.5. I think that's a Broncos team that's pretty good. I like that Broncos team out there. Um, give me for my 2 point play. Give me Philly -3.5. Again, this they might win this game by 4 because I like that Rams defense. Like I said, we joked about Matt Stafford is like whatever his hyperbaric chamber, his infinity egg or whatever that thing he sits in all day, it must be working because he's looking good to me. So that's my 2 point play. In my 1 point play, I'm riding with villain. Give me the Giants +6.5. Who cares? Let's go. Let's
Ooh.
go.
Okay. Okay.
Give it to
Okay.
me.
And
Okay.
I think the Bucks are -5.5, not 6.5, Coach.
It was 6.5 when I looked earlier, so I mean, it might have moved, but I'll take 5.5. I think they went by multiple
It
scores
is
there.
6.5. I'm
I
looking at
got
it right
five and
now.
a half on ESPN. So.
We're going 5.5. We're going to use
We'll,
ESPN
we'll go
tonight.
with 5.5, and I'm still taking it. So yeah, I like the Bucks in that spot. So
All right, Larry, you ready to go? You need a minute.
All right. So with my 5 point play, and just because I like that team, and since we was talking Bucks, they barely gave that game away against the Bucks. I want to take the Falcons. They're 5.5 over the Panthers. Bro, I think that I think they're gonna kick the crap out of the Panthers, dude. I don't think that
Yo,
I
who
don't think
see this
I
hotter
don't,
right now than the Panthers coach? Good God.
dude. Yeah, dude. What is going on, bro? It was like, what's their quarterback? He figured it out.
Bryce Young.
Bryce
Yeah,
Young.
Bryce Young.
But
He
yeah,
figured it
we
out.
sat on this very show and was like, oh, looks
Yeah,
like Bryce is figuring it out, and
bro.
Yeah.
then
Here we are.
Was he getting the
A
answers
few,
to the test
a
or
few
what?
moments later.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
McDaniel's
like,
team's pretty high.
yeah. So I think there's too much dysfunction going over there. And actually, while you talking about a sneaky defense, that Atlanta defense has been real sneaky good. So
They played
I'm
well
gonna
last
take.
night.
they
Hey,
yeah.
the Atlanta's gonna shock some boys, man. Atlanta's gonna do a couple of things with my 4 point play. Just because it's gonna be the battle of the backups, and I just think that they just have
I
a
Uh-huh.
much
thought
better
about it
defense.
too.
Yeah, I
I'm
did
gonna
Minnesota,
take
too.
the Vikings. I'm
Minnesota,
gonna take the
Cincinnati.
Vikings. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take the Vikings, bro. I think that the defense is gonna win out, dude. And yeah, I gotta take that with
Carson
my
Wentz
4 point.
versus Jake Browning.
Jake Brown, yeah, Carson Wentz, Jake Browning.
Yeah,
How can you not bet this game, baby?
yeah,
Like, yeah,
yeah. But you know
take
what?
the over, take the over, take the
It's
over.
like you got two backup quarterbacks who got a abundance of talent around them, and which one won't screw it up?
Browning.
Browning.
I think
Yeah, I think.
Browning. Yeah.
Yeah, I think because I put it like this. Like I said, that Vikings defense is no joke, and that's the separator. That Bengals defense can't stop a bad weapon.
It
No
is a
way.
joke. It is a
Yeah,
joke. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
So I think that's what that game is going to come down to. For my 3 point play, I choose violence. I'm gonna pick the Patriots. I'm taking the Patriots. I think that the Steelers defense is another one that can't stop a paper bag right about now.
You really can't.
And that offensive line that offensive line for the Steelers has so many question marks right now. You see you over there wiping his eye. It's
You
so
saw how red my
many
eye
question
was
marks.
today?
Yeah, man. You know, somebody didn't read the warning
Man,
label on
man,
Nerf
look,
balls.
man.
You know, it's a
Man,
pepper
look, Darn,
warning label.
look. What did I say before the season? Just put Darnell Washington out there at left tackle. He can't do any worse.
You
He
can't do
cannot
any
do
worse.
any worse. He can't do any
getting no
work.
PT. He ain't getting no PT.
Just
So
put him out there at left tackle. Can't do any work.
look. So I think that's gonna be a problem. Aaron Rodgers is gonna be running for his life. So I'm gonna
that
take
all
that.
week.
Was that on my 3-point play?
Yes, sir.
For my 2-point play, I'm gonna pick the Bears, and that's because another defense that stinks to all high heavens is the Cowboys, and I don't like the Cowboys, but that defense, dude, it's like I bet you right now, because people were talking about the Michael trade and this, and Kenny Clark, he was like, oh well, you know what? I'm a pretty good player myself. I'm a 3-time Pro Bowler. I'm a pretty good player myself. He's a pretty good player, but that defense stinks. That defense. You gave up 450 yards to Russell Wilson, a career high day. Yeah,
that dude was back there. Oh my god, I was crazy watching that,
bro.
500 yards of offense to the Giants, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was so, dude. The crazy part about it was Russ wasn't even scared, even though he's just like moonball. Wait for another one, moonball. It was like, you know what I'm gonna do again? I'm gonna throw another one. And yeah, that Cowboys defense is stinking. I think Jerry Jones he overpaid. He
he went. They did pick up Dexter Lawrence or who didn't know Jadeveon Clowney. Who they
dude, don't get me started on Clowney.
Yeah, they got Clowney.
Yeah.
So he can contribute his 2 sacks this season. Yeah,
it's more what they got now, but whatever.
Yeah.
Brandon Aubrey is their biggest offensive threat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking
So
of
you
Aubrey,
got that too.
I think that kick would have been good from 75. Did you guys see how far he cleared that kick by?
Dude,
he is ridiculous.
That was
Here's
ridiculous.
a tip, guys. Here's a tip, guys. When you see a long field goal, look at where it hits the net.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
Wherever it hits the net will tell you exactly how good it would have been from. That thing hit pretty high on the net from that far. So that thing, it would have been good from like 70 something. Yeah,
like he could kick it from their 40-yard line and probably make it.
Like that was
what the
insane.
It's ridiculous.
The thing about him that I love, and I hate to say I love anything about the Cowboys, is how many teams passed over him. But if you look at the distance, because there's a lot of guys that probably getting hit it from 75, his accuracy. If you look at almost all of his field goals, they're right down the pipe. Right down the pipe. So yeah, he's a weapon for them. Just the bad thing is that their defense stinks. So yeah, they're going to be
1 point play, like 1 point play.
35. My 1-point play, I gotta ride with the Ravens, man. I think it's redemption. I think the Ravens will go ahead and pull this out. I think the Lions, they might be a little bit too cocky right now, and you got to go deal with Derrick Henry. And surprisingly, we're talking about fantasy, dude. Hey, look, I don't know what the Browns had in them, but they did a number on Derrick Henry, and he probably pissed right about now. He probably got steam coming out the back of his ears. And I feel bad for every defender on that Lions team because somebody's going to get trucked on Monday. You can bank on it.
All right, cool. Real quick, I'll give mine and then we get everybody out of here. My 5-point play, I got the Bills at plus 12.5.
That's easy money. That's easy money.
They got the Miami Dolphins on Thursday. That's going to be a bloodbath. My 4-point play, I got the Ravens at minus 5.5. We have to play some type of defense to deal with the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions plus none. I got the upset for my 3-point play. I got the Rams at plus 3.5. There's something crazy going on right now with this Rams team. I just, give me the Rams at plus 3.5. My 2-point play, I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Chargers at minus 2.5. And my 1-point play, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Bengals at plus 3.5. Plus 3.5. Here's the thing, like Jake Browning has played before. He's played significant games before. This is the first time Carson Wentz is going to see meaningful action in quite a while. And again, I would love to be Jamar Chase.
Jay Jetta.
Jamar Chase.
How they gonna tell him throw the Jay Jetta?
Jamar Chase. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of how I think it's going. I mean, he true. He the truth. Give you that. I just think there's a lot more weapons around the Bengals. You got T. Higgins. You got Jamar. You got Chase Brown.
I think Chase Brown's gonna have a big day because like that Vikings defensive front, like Chase Brown's not Bijan Robinson, but like
he's not. So
yeah, but he should be able to get busy. Yeah.
Yeah. So walking down, I got the Bills at -12.5, Ravens 4.5, Rams at +3.5, Chargers at -2.5, and Bengals at +3.5. Man, let's get us out of here, man. Breaking news.
I didn't want to touch that Niners game, even though I think the Cardinals are broken. I think the Cardinals are broken.
I get you. Hey, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, man. It's been a crazy week. Everybody knows that. I don't want to get political or anything like that, but it's been a crazy week. Just love everyone, love thy neighbor, and keep your family and friends close, and continue to enjoy sports as an outlet. Love you guys.
Appreciate you, big dog. Thanks for coming by, kicking with us, my dude. Coach, you know what to do. Get us out of here, big dog.
To piggyback on Brian's point a little bit, hate everybody. No, seriously. Y'all look, man. See the show, share the show. You see the link, everything like that. Make sure you're getting the word out about the execs, man. We hear boardroom. We doing backstage business and stuff like that. Make sure you're getting, spreading the word about what we do here, man. We love to do this, man. So like every time we get a chance to do it, it's good. You already know how I do it. God is good.
All the time.
All the time.
Make sure y'all drink y'all water, be it sparkling like I have, or like just whatever in general. Make sure you stay hydrated, and of course, put them dubs up. Wu-Tang is for the children. See y'all next time.
Appreciate you, big dog, man. Thanks for coming by, kicking with us, man. Larry, you know what to do. Get us out of here, big homie.
Hey, you know what? I always just like peace and all that. It's good hanging out with y'all, all that good stuff. But I want to put a spin on what Steve says as we piggybacking on each other. If you see the show, follow the show. Add us as a friend. Add us as a subscriber. If you see the show, don't just go in and watch the show, but we want more people following our pages. We want more people, subscribing to the show on YouTube. That way you get the alerts when we're live, because we do more than just the regular show. And if you see somebody and you share that show to them, then you tell them to follow us. You tell them to subscribe to us, because we're trying to get our voices out there. We're trying to grow. And the only way people can grow is if they stay connected with us, not just share the show, but actually follow us and subscribe to the show. So that's what I'm a piggyback on what Steve say. And as always, it's a pleasure, fellas. And y'all boys hold it down tomorrow night with WWE show.
It's gonna be a crazy show, man. Looking forward to that, man. It's gonna be fun, man. Appreciate you, Larry. Villain, get us out of here, big dog.
Yeah, man. I can't express it enough, man. Share the show, like the show, follow us so that when we have more shows. We have a lot of content we put up every week, all week. So make sure you follow us for that. Big show tomorrow, previewing WrestlePalooza, first pay-per-view PLE on ESPN. We got a guest host, Wicked Bitter, is going to join us, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys. Let's go, Giants. I hate you, Hughes. I'm coming for you, Hughes.
Hey, big dog. Appreciate you, man. Yo, it's your boy Sirius repping that 412 and the 703, man. It's such a privilege and absolute pleasure being able to do this show with these gentlemen. As my guys alluded to, tomorrow we have the WWE show. Wicked Bitter, a guest who was with us a couple weeks ago, is going to be back in the building, man. With us talking about all things wrestling, previewing WrestlePalooza. So I'm looking forward to having him back in the building with us, man. Special shout out to all our friends for rocking with us, man. My friends over at Nonsense and Deep Thoughts, my friends over at the Playboy Podcast. I say this all the time, man. The table is big enough for everybody, man. Get in where you fit in, grab a seat, man. Let's push this thing forward. With that being said, God is good, even though sometimes people ain't. God bless. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.